Hey. How's it going, everybody? What did I miss? I missed you. Because I wasn't stream on Monday. The plan was to stream. No stream ended up happening. What's up? Wow. What have you guys been up to? What have I missed? Catch me up. Give me the deets. Got stuck out of your country for 2 weeks. That's not nice. That sucks. That's not the kind of news I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear that you won the lottery or you got a promotion. Oop, I just kicked Potato. He's on my ottoman. Okay. You watched Alien Romulus, loved it, and then watched Aliens for the first time, also loved it. Love Aliens. Get away from her, you bitch. Best. Monster Hunter Wilds trailer from Gamescom. Should we watch that today? Let's watch it. Lost a bunch of money on lottery tickets, then got demoted. Yeah. Counting nuts and bolts. Okay, fun. Okay, we will watch it. We'll catch up on I have a note here. Future game show is today. What time? What time is that at? Maybe we'll watch it together. Right? First 40 seconds is so audacious. It's amazing. Wow. Alien Romulus. Listen, I love the Alien franchise. I've only seen posters for Alien Romulus. I know nothing about it. I don't know. It's too pink. It needs to be not so pink. Okay. So I don't know if it's good. I don't know what people think of it. I don't know anything about Alien Romulus. I should probably look into it. Little Nightmares 3, Reanimal looked good, Indiana Jones Mafia. Okay, Little Nightmares 3 is exciting for me. What's the sponsored lip balm of the day? None. I have none sponsored. I mean, I love my, I always got that thing on me. My Glossier. Nate Cintron, thank you for 53 years. Wow. Wowee. Boy. I've had some busy days, let me tell you, okay? I've had some busy days, let me tell you. Bearded J, you scared me with that big loud fart. Wow. Is Little Nightmares 3 gonna be co-op? Because they teased me. they teased me with Little Nightmares 2. I thought it would be co-op. And then it wasn't. It wasn't co-op. That's okay. It's part of it. Oh, how fun. Now I can force Matt to play Little Nightmares with me. Yay. 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 Okay, so, listen, let me tell you. This weekend, the last few days have been such fish tank days. Oh, it's being done by different devs? Why? Weird. Have been such fish tank days, let me tell you. It's been a balagan. It's been chaos, but I think we're in a good place now. I think there will be no more trips to the fish store, no more trips to the Petco, no more trips around town to get things for my fish tanks, okay? I think I'm stocked up. I think I'm good. Okay? No, not puffer problems, puffer adjacent problems. The puffers are good. Now, first of all, oh, what point made you so mad? Because I got mad a few times on Little Nightmares 2. If I weren't streaming Little Nightmares 2, I don't know. There are a lot of games where if I wasn't streaming them and chat wasn't there to like gas me up or like tell me what to do, I wouldn't have finished. Anyways, let me tell you, don't distract me. If you have something to ask me or say, you better put a pin in it because I'm gonna get distracted, okay? So, my pea puffers. I have 4 pea puffers, okay? 4 pea puffers in a 10-gallon tank. And because we got pea puffers, and I was noticing that two of them are much less picky eaters than the other 2, okay? And my picky guys were looking really skinny, especially Jennifer Backpack, okay? Jennifer Backpack was like wasting away. And I was like, what the hell? So I was like separating them when it was time to feed them so that the 2 fatties wouldn't like take all their food, because Big Mama Mrs. Puff and Peabody are both like chonksters now. They are fed and they are well fed and they have huge big bellies. They're very cute. Now, Bloopy and Jennifer Backpack are smaller and they're very skinny. Not Bloopy as much, but Jennifer Backpack for real. You can like see the jawbones and stuff. It's crazy. And I was like, ma'am, sir, and ma'am, you gotta eat. So I was like separating them. I'm trying to feed them, put food in the thing. I'm giving them live Daphnia because I have a live Daphnia culture now because I have, I can't lift a 10-gallon tank full of water in the other room, but I can show you pictures and stuff. I have pictures. But anyways, so I was like scooping them out, feeding the fatties separately. And I'm sorry, I hope nobody gets insulted by me calling my pea puffers fatties, because they are little fatties. Not derogatory, they're just chonky, they're fat. Yes, live Daphne. Also, Jennifer Backpack is a boy, so don't worry. Pictures. Jesus. ADHD. I need to turn the music down even because I'm distracted for my headphones. Okay. I was putting food in, and I'm realizing I'm running out of Daphnia. The culture is not thriving. It's slim pickings, in fact, okay, with the Daphnia. They're very, very tiny little buggies that swim through the water, also known as water fleas. So I'm running out of Daphnia. I'm putting Daphnia I'm scooping out Jennifer Backpack. I'm scooping out Bloopy, and I'm feeding them separately. Okay. Daphne. I'm scooping them out. I'm feeding them separately. Jennifer Backpack is so skinny she's like, he's like, I don't know, he like went after a scud. He went after a scud and he like couldn't even kill it. He couldn't even eat it. I don't know, it was pathetic. I'm like putting in all sorts of different kinds of foods, and I'm noticing that he's like picking at some copepods or whatever they're called, and some Daphnia if they're in there, but it's really not enough food to get a full juicy belly going. So I'm like, I need to go get more Daphnia, like now. And I'm calling around. I go to the fish store and they're like, no, we don't have any. We used to have live foods, but it's too much work and not enough. People don't buy them enough. And I was like, okay, thank you, bye. Went to another fish store. They have not Daphnia, but they have black worms. Okay, and they're not actually black. I don't know why they're called black worms. They're just like worms, little skinny worms. Okay, and they're disgusting. The Daphnia are kind of cute. So there's like a pro and a con to this, whereas like I feel less bad killing these worms. And they, you know, they reproduce by segmenting. So they're like, they have no thoughts, nothing. And I don't know if the Daphnia have thoughts, but they're so cute and they swim around, they bleep, bleep, bleep. But the worms are not cute. They're disgusting. It's like a horror movie, these worms. They ball together and then they all like, at the bottom of the little tank that I have them in, they all like are reaching. It's like the river Styx or something, I'm telling you. They're like, all like, like that's how I imagine it. Like that part in Hercules, when all the like souls and the river are like reaching up and like trying to grab, you know, that's what they look like, I'm telling you. Anyways, I put the black worms into the tank with the Daphnia and the scuds. Okay, and I was like, this is just my live culture tank, whatever, they should be fine. Anyways, the next day I tried to feed Jennifer Backpack some black worms in the little container that I've been doing. Wasn't having it. And I was like, great. And I'm stressing out. I'm like, great. The next day I wake up in the morning. The water in the culture tank is brown. And I said, that's weird. And I went and I brought it over to the table and I opened the lid and it smelled. It was sewage. It was poop water. It was poop smell. Like legit turd smell. Shits. Human turd water smell. Okay? And I was like, what the fuck? Is this just how they smell? So this is it? I'm just doomed to have shit smell in my house because I need to feed my pea puffers and I love them? I Google it. No one is saying anything. They're like, no, black worms. No, not a problem. Not smelly, very easy. And I'm like, what? Turns out a bunch of them and some snails that were in the tank also and some scuds and some Daphnia died. Okay, because I introduced all of these worms into the water. All the worms are shitting. Huge spike, huge ammonia spike in the water, you know, and just like killed a bunch of things. So there's just like poops and rotting worms and snails in the water. Okay, the smell, I don't know how to describe it to you other than just like there was a huge turd in the tank. Okay. So I spent that morning using my it's a turkey baster, but I bought it at Petco for fish stuff, okay? I'm using a turkey baster to suck up these worms and put them into a different container as much as I can, and then I'm dumping out the poo-poo water. I'm trying to scoop out as many live scuds and Daphnia as I can and put them in a different thing. It stinks. It's just wafting shit water smell into my house. I'm lighting candles everywhere. It's really one of the grossest things I've ever had to do. And then I'm trying to like pick out the dead ones because I spent money on these and this is valuable food for my pea puffers. I'm not going to waste them all. You know, I'm rinsing, and I learned that, you know, keeping shallow water for black worms is better. So I'm like, okay, I cleaned it. And eventually, after like adding clean water and then letting it settle and then dumping it out and like whatever, eventually it started to run clear. And I was like, okay, fierce, good, perfect. So maybe it was just like a problem that there was a bunch of dead stuff in there, and now I have cleaned the water and we're good. No, not so. It started poo smelling again, and it turns like murky. Not brown this time, but it's not great. It's not perfect. And I'm like, what the fuck? But meanwhile, I tried putting some black worms in the puffer tank in their little food dish and just like around. And guess what? Jennifer Backpack eats the black worms in their home tank. Okay. So I'm very happy. Jennifer Backpack is eating. I'm seeing a full belly. Bloopy's eating. They both love the black worms. Good news. Great. Good. Okay. Now I'm like, I have had enough of these black worms. They are disgusting and I hate them. I need them to be in something that will oxygenate the water more and get rid of these like poo-poo gases and stuff. So I was like, I gotta go make one last big fish tank run. Also, I noticed on this day, this is yesterday, I noticed on this day that Calcifer's eyeball looks weird. And I'm like, is this Popeye? I don't like this. I don't have a hospital tank anymore because the black worms are in it. Okay. Thank you. I didn't drink that poo-poo water, okay? All right. So I was like, great. So I need a better tank for the black worms. Okay, because they're just in one of those like temporary tanks that you get at Petco that has like handles on top and a screen or whatever, and it's like a critter carrier and it's whatever. I need like an actual little tank with a filter that hangs on the back, or an air stone or something to circulate the water, because no. Then I'm like, and I should get a better hospital tank. So I'm just gonna go to PetSmart. I'm gonna get some stuff that I need. I'm gonna get maybe a sponge filter, maybe a separate air pump, maybe a this, maybe a that, and I'll just like stock up on all the stuff that I could possibly need. I have medicine, I have this stuff, but there's certain things that I could really use. A better siphon would be good so that I don't have to suck fish tank water out, you know? Got a new siphon. Anyways, I go to PetSmart, which is usually the better fish place. Sometimes, depends. They don't have anything. I was looking for like a little tiny fish tank, like a desktop fish tank kit, you know, that people try to sell for betas, but they're way too small for betas. But fine for a hospital tank, fine for black worms, like a gallon, you know, just like a little cube or something. No, smallest thing they have is 2.5 gallons. It's like $22. It has nothing in it. I wanted something that came with the filter, at least, so that I wouldn't have to buy another filter or an air pump and a sponge filter, but no, nothing. So they did have a bucket with measurements on it, which I wanted. Now we have 3 buckets. And they had, what else do they have? Oh, like aquarium silicone sealant, which I was just like, this is good to have for emergencies, and a thermometer. I needed another thermometer. Okay. I see the viewers rapidly dropping. Trust me, I know this isn't interesting. I just have to get it out of my body, okay, to talk about it all. Because I haven't even like really told Matt all of this that I've been doing. Like he came out to me while I was turkey bastering black worms out of the tank and into a new one to clean the water, and he came out, he was like, I'm gonna stretch my legs. I'm stretching my legs. I'm doing this. The summary is, this is all the headaches that I've gone through with my fish tanks in the past few days. Okay. And so I was like turkey bastering black worms while he was talking to me. He hadn't even seen the black worms yet. He didn't even know, like I told him whatever. He didn't say anything. I don't think he even noticed what I was doing because I was like, I don't know, he was just like talking to me about what he was working on work-wise. And I was just like turkey basting. I had a huge turkey baster full of squiggly worms. I was just like, yes, Didn't notice them. Anyways, what was I saying? Where was I? I lost my place. That felt like a sidetrack thing. Oh, I went. PetSmart didn't have anything. Okay. They didn't have the stuff that I needed. I went to Petco. They said, hello, we're only accepting cash right now. Our internet isn't working. And I said, okay, fierce. I'll look around. I'll see if there's anything that I need here. And then I will go get cash and I will come back. Looking around, I'm like, this will work. This is okay, whatever. There's a Walmart next door. I'm like, I'll go to Walmart. While I'm there, I'm also getting a few grocery type things. And I look in the pet section and surprise, surprise, Walmart has the tanks that I'm looking for and some really great stuff for fish. And I was like, okay, Walmart. Okay. They had a 1 gallon and a 1.5 gallon tank kit that both came with a filter. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. Did come with a filter, but I didn't use the filter for the 1.5 gallon because I'm going to put calcifer in there. And usually the standard hang on back filters, too heavy, too high a flow for a betta fish, especially in a hospital tank. We want it to be really calm or whatever. Walmart has these nifty little things that are, okay. Because if you don't know, a sponge filter is ideal for a betta fish, especially like a long-finned betta fish, because it's hard for them to swim. Sponge filters, you need an air pump, you need tubing, and then you need a check valve, you need then the actual filter, which is like a sponge in a tube, and it sucks air in and like circulates it, and the sponge really acts as the filter. And I like a sponge filter better than like a carbon, what's it called? A carbon filter thing with that sort of thing, because it's just a nice biological filter. Anyways, they have a kit, because you need all those things to get a sponge filter. They have a little kit that's called a betta sponge filter at Walmart that includes the air pump, includes the tubing, includes the check valve, and a tiny little desktop size sponge filter. And I was like, this is so smart to put it all together. Wow, genius. I bought 2 of them. They were $10. Okay? Just because I'm like, I need to have this on hand just in case. This is genius. Okay? I bought the 2 little tanks. I bought the sponge filters. I bought a siphon, a mini siphon with a little thing that I don't need to suck on anymore. Okay? And some other stuff. Okay? And then I was like, but unfortunately, all of the aquarium decor here at Walmart is plastic and sharp. And that's the last thing you want to put in a tank with a betta fish, especially a long-finned betta fish, especially my long-finned betta fish, who can't swim properly, has chronic swim bladder problems, basically sinks to the bottom of the tank when he's not actively swimming. And I'm hoping maybe I can help him with this little like hospital medication thing I'm doing for him. But anyways, so I'm like, great, now I have to go back to Petco. I need cash to get their soft silk plants. I don't want any real plants in the hospital tank because I'm medicating it, and the medications are likely to kill the plants. And it's just cleaner to just, whatever, start fresh in a hospital tank. No gravel, nothing. It's just like silicone and silk plants in there for him to rest on, and then the sponge filter and a little heater. Okay, sorry. Anyways, I'm checking out. I assume at Walmart when I check out. Also, a man starts talking to me in line at Walmart, and I could not hear what he was saying ever. I said huh to him like 50 times, and I don't know what he was saying to me. I never found out what he was saying to me. He was being like Cheeky, I think, this old man. I don't know. He was like, it was right. I was like, huh? Hey? And I said, I'm sorry, what? He's like, right? I was like, yeah, I don't, you know, I started doing those kind of things where it's just like, I don't know what this man is saying to me. And I glanced over at his cart, and he just had raw dogged ears of corn with the husks on, just like threw them into his cart, which I was like, okay, fierce. And a melon, and then sweatpants. And I was like, okay, fun. What a fun shopping trip you're having, sir. Anyways, I check out, and I assumed during a checkout process there would be a button for cash back. And I put my card in, and it says approved, thank you. And I said, okay. And obviously I'm not gonna say anything. What am I gonna inconvenience this checkout woman? No. So I start making my way out of the store. I'm looking around, maybe there's an ATM. Not so. Luckily, a bank. A bank very close by. I drive over, get the money from the bank, go back to Petco, I get the stuff, I come home. Anyways, none of that is interesting. I now have a pretty clean 1 gallon black worm tank for my black worms with a filter cycling. Calcifer is in his hospital tank. I gave him a salt bath before I put him in the hospital tank, which is good for promoting healing and cleaning wounds and that sort of thing, antibacterial. He soaked in his little bath for about 10 minutes, and then I transferred him over to the hospital tank, medicated it with Canaplex and Metroplex, and I added alder-cones to the water to create tannins and make the water darker. So he's doing well. I fed him this morning, got everyone their black worms. I think we're in good shape. It's just, it was a lot of work the past few days, and now I think we're good. That is it. Also, in the black worms, okay, I found a leech. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I started finding more leeches. Okay. And I didn't want them in with the black worms because they're, I don't know. If they were to, by any chance, hurt my fish or whatever, I don't know what they're gonna do, you know? So there were leeches in with the black worms, and as I was cleaning everything and suctioning or whatever, I was being very careful to pick out the leeches and put them in their own thing. So now, everyone say hello to Leech Jar. Okay? This is Leech Jar. There's a bunch of leeches in here. Okay? I don't really know what to do with them, but they eat like once a month, every few weeks, something. And they're just gonna be in here now, but they're very interesting to watch, the way that they move and stuff. I don't know, look at them go. You know, look at them crawl around. It's strange. They're strange little creatures. Look at it go. So, this is Leech Jar. There's a good amount of leeches in here. They're very tiny. I don't super know what to do with them. They're an invasive species if I were to release them. And so they're just in here now. Wow, look at that one go. It's really reaching. Okay. This is the leech jar. And it's open on top. This is just cloth, so, you know. Leech jar. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I didn't super want to just like kill them. You know? So yeah. And that is the story. And now I will show you pictures, okay? First of all, I'm going to show you the absolute disgusting nightmare that is blackworms, okay? This is just a 5-second video, and I just want to show you trigger warning worms. I don't know. Maybe somebody doesn't like worms. This is a lot of squirmy worms I'm about to show you. And these are in my house. They live in my house. They have their own tank. I am their mother. Okay, so here they come. Here they come, okay? This is just a video. It's like 5 seconds long of them just like squirming, okay? I hate them. I hate them. I hate them so much. Okay? Sorry. It's I don't know how to show it good. And there are some scuds swimming around. This was before I switch them over to their dedicated tank. So there's that. Okay. There they go. And then this is how the water looked when I woke up the next day. Okay. Brown poo-poo, sludge poo-poo, sludgy poo. Okay? Smelled like poo. Smelled like poo. Okay. And here is just a picture of how they are. You know how I told you they like just like stick up? They just are always reaching up and they're like, oh. Okay. So there's that. All right, and then, and here's a picture that I sent to my friend of them in their new tank, all ready to go. And I hate them. Okay. There they are. Stinky, stinky idiots. And then here is, Calcifer's new hospital tank. Okay, the water looks yellow because of the tannins that I added to make him more comfortable, because in their natural habitat, betta fish live in dark water, okay? And then here is a picture of him being a grumpy man in his anemone. That he really likes the anemone, though. He's in it all the time. I think it's good. He said. That's what he said. And then I fed him this morning. Look at him. Look how cute he is. This was last night. My little handicapped guy and his little anemone. Okay. He's so cute. I love him so much. Little guy. Okay. And that's that. And oh, here's a picture of him. He looks so tiny, having his salt bath in a bucket. Look at him in there. Having a little bucket bath. Okay. And, yeah, that's good. I took some pictures this morning of, someone was asking me. Oh, here's a tank shot with a circle, because I circled one of the puffers, because I was just sitting in front of my tank. I sit there and I just look at them, okay? This is my Harby. There's the tank shot, puffer tank. This used to be Calcifer's tank, but he is, he's handicapped. He doesn't swim very well. It was just too much tank for him. He does much better in this tiny tank. It's easier for him to get to the surface to breathe, and easier for him to eat and to just navigate it in general. So, and that's why I was like, okay, I have this 10-gallon tank. What are we going to put in it? And Matt fell in love with the pea puffers at the store, and now they are the biggest pain in my ass. Oh, but a fun thing happened when I went to the blackworm fish store. There was a bird store next to it. And so I went into the bird store first, and I got a little fix. I got a little parrot fix. Okay. I got a little parrot fix. Look at that. Look at it.
Oh, screeching. Screeching him.
screeching. And this guy was telling me, I fell in love with this bird. This conure. I fell in love. He said she's 32. No. If I had gotten a bird, I wouldn't be able to hide it from you for this long because it would be yelling. Anyways, the guy was telling me about her. He said she's 32. She lived in a tiny, tiny cage for most of her life, and her owners got rid of her because she bites. She bites a lot. And she was very, very friendly to me while she was in her cage and let me scritch her and stuff, and even did like you know when birds do this because they're gonna regurgitate or whatever. It's gross, but that means that they like are trying to feed you, or they think that you're their mommy or something. It was a really sweet thing that she did. She was trying to regurgitate for me. There was like a padlock on this cage because it's big. He's like, she lives here now, she's not for sale, she's really aggressive, she seems nice in the cage, but once you let her out, she's like really aggressive and she bites really hard a lot. And that's a pretty big bird. You don't want to get bit by that bird. It's not like a pineapple conure or a whatever, these yellow conures, forget what they're called, maybe just yellow conure. But no, not sun conure. Shoot. They're bigger than sun conures. This one, golden conure. They're big. They're pretty big. Yes, you have a question? May I answer it, please? The birds thing is a recent development. It's a side quest. It's a whole up a minute. Okay. Like, here's a lovely gentleman. I'm gonna I will just send you a copy image address into the chat and you can look at it, okay? So you can get a size comparison. They're pretty big. They almost look like small macaws, these golden conures. Okay. And they're much bigger. Oh, this is a good picture because this lady has I'm gonna put it in the chat again. This lady has a pineapple conure, I think, on her shoulder, and then the golden conure in her hand, and you can really get a difference in the size for them. Okay. So anyways, she's a golden conure. She was abused. Okay. And apparently she's really mean when you let her out of the cage. And I was just like talking to this man and I was like, that makes me want her more. Because my dad trained mean parrots. Okay. I am the daughter of the bird whisperer. Okay. I am the baby bird whisperer. I felt like I made a connection with this bird. And if I just had the chance to work with her, I could maybe make some progress. Okay? But I have so much going on. We have so many animals. And these are loud birds. That's also part of why the previous owners got rid of her. They're loud. They're really, really loud. She didn't make a peep while I was in there, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't at home. And you guys know Matt. Thank you for subscribing, Ben. That would not go over well. Okay. Gumi-chan, the red bird, he's a chattering lorry. Oh. No, I don't know. I'll look. No. Both Joey and Potato were raised around a bird. Okay. I had a cockatiel when I got Joey as a kitten, and he was definitely interested in my cockatiel, but he wasn't like aggressive. He was more curious, and then I think he realized very quickly that Chachki bite. Tchotchke, my cockatiel, have beak and be careful. And then I got Potato, and they didn't really care about him, okay? My cockatiel would walk around on the floor of my apartment with the cats walking around, and sometimes Joey would like run up on him, but I was always there watching, and it was always mostly like this was tiny kitten Joey too, not big Joey. It was mostly like the thing where cats like run up and go, and then they run away, you know? And then Tchotchke would go like that. So yeah, I've always had a zoo. I've always been in a zoo. So no, the answer is my cats I don't think would give a bird much trouble. I'm starting to get the bird itch again, and I haven't got another bird after I lost Tchotchke because it was just so hard. They're such little people. And now I'm starting to, I don't know, I really liked that bird, and I would be curious to see. He was like, I wouldn't sell her to you. He was like so certain. He's like, if she bites one more person, I'm taking her home. She can't, whatever. She can't, she bites. And I was like, But I was talking to him for a while about birds, and he said, here, come here, go, put on some hand sanitizer, sit down in this chair, I'll be right back. And I sat down, and he brought me a baby, a baby green cheek conure in a bin for me to hold. Look at the little baby fluff. Look at the baby fuzz. I love baby birds. They're so fuzzy. Okay. And I got a little time with this green cheek conure, a little tiny baby. And then I went next door and I got my blackworms. And that was my weekend/week. And I absolutely will go back to that bird store and just like visit her, I think. And see, maybe one day I can convince him to just like open the cage and let me see how she reacts to me. Because I'm really curious. I'm pretty good at reading birds' body language, and I would never put myself in a position where I'm going to obviously get bit. And that's the thing with birds, is that it takes work, especially with like an abused bird, an old bird, whatever. But if you persevere, it's very rewarding. Birds are just the best. They're just the best. And, yeah. Yep. So, that's that. Leech jar, fish stuff, birds. It was a very eventful week so far for me. Okay? And I watched a couple movies that I'm sure you guys might want to discuss. I don't know. We love to discuss movies here. And I'm still working on this. Okay. Yes, I've seen Bird Up. Yes, I got to vent a little bit. I do feel as though I've decompressed a bit. So the movies that I watched over the weekend, I think I'd be able to get a bird one day. I know you said Matt is a bit adverse to the noise, but there are accommodations that you can make, like a bigger space for specific species. Yeah, so pin in the movie discussion, this is a good question. Anything like a cockatiel, and like cockatiels are still loud when they scream. I've definitely had a few like deafening blows right into my ear hole from Tchotchke. But anything like a cockatiel or smaller, so think cockatiel, budgie / parakeets, canaries, but they're not hook-billed, they're not parrots really. Parrotlets. I guess I would lump in lovebirds, but they're kind of loud also. They're gonna be quieter. Much quieter, especially like budgies. They really don't make that much noise except for little chirps and stuff. I mean, you've been in Petco, you've heard the budgies in Petco. But anything bigger than that will occasionally, without reason, scream at the top of their lungs. And so will cockatiels, so will lovebirds, so will parrots. They scream. They do be screaming. Okay? So it doesn't really matter, and I do think it's like there's like a similar thing with oh hi, I see you crawling. I see you in there. I do think there's like a similar thing with macaws as there is to like roosters, where you're not supposed to have them within a certain amount of feet of somebody else's house because they're so noisy. Where are you going? He's leaving. He's in his undie pants. So while yes, there are things that you can do to accommodate for the noise by like putting them in different rooms or giving them lots of attention so that they don't feel like they need to scream, keeping them busy, keeping them excited. It's like a bird in your house is gonna make noise no matter what. That's what they do. That's what they're made to do. So it would take a little adjusting. He thinks it'll be fine. He's like, but I don't think people really understand the noise that birds make until you live with a bird. And then it's just like, oh. It doesn't even have to be loud. Like sometimes it's just repetitive sound and it's like annoying. Ducks are extremely cute. Unfortunately, they do not have sphincters, so they shit uncontrollably everywhere. All waterfowl don't have sphincters. They don't have any muscle control over when they take dumps. So, ducks in the house is not really an option unless you diaper them. Which you can, but I don't want to do that to a duck. But I love ducks too. I love them so much. You put a duck in water, it will immediately shit. I'm telling you. Yeah, they got duck diapers. I used to have a diaper, I used to have a thing called a flight suit for Chachki because I would take him out with me often. And he wasn't flighted, so it wasn't like he could actually fly away, but it would just keep him a little bit safer and like on my shoulder. I'll find it. And there's a built-in diaper in the flight suit. It's this. Avian Fashions, the original flight suit. This is what I had for Chach. So like when we would go out, he would be in a little flight suit with a little lanyard clipped to it. And I mean, if you click on any of the, I mean, this was literally it. Let me see, copy image address. This was basically Chachki in his flight suit. It looks like this. Okay. They do look like aprons, and the pointy part at the bottom is actually like a pouch, a pocket that you can stick a little tissue paper or like a cotton pad in or something to like be the diaper for the turds. Yeah, they destroyed his lawn, I'm sure. Bird pets are hilarious to watch videos of, but they seem like they'd be annoying to actually keep. Mind Steve, thank you so much for subscribing. I don't find birds annoying to keep. I think it just depends on the person. I find them delightful and whimsical. The flight suits, it just, they have a, like, clip on the back, I think. I'm looking, maybe there's a better picture somewhere. I mean, you can sort of see that this one has a leash on it. I'm finding them. So, like, this is a Burberry one. They're so cute. I love birds. I love birds. So they Velcro on the back, and then you, like, plop their legs on either side of, like, what looks like the apron. And then it doesn't prevent them from flying. Their wings go through, and, like, it clips over their wings. So their wings are free to go, okay? To flap and to whatever. Here's another picture of a flight suit. I'll send you this one that's on an African gray. And you can see that his wings are out and free. So really what the flight suit does is you can see below the stick in the picture that I just put in the chat, the diaper is there. So flight suits are really for like outings, because you don't want a bird to poop everywhere. You don't want a bird to poop while you're out and about, on you, on stuff. And then you can clip a lanyard or a leash to the back of it, because they Velcro, and then I think they have like an O-ring or something. I know the name is misleading. And then I put the lanyard or the leash or whatever, it's like a loop around your neck, and then there's a bird on your shoulder. And then if something were to startle your bird and it tried to fly or something, it's attached to you and it's not going to go far, and you just, okay, it's fine. So, very convenient. Chachki would always bite the shit out of me when I would try to put him in his flight suit, but you know, I do have a picture of me and Chach in his flight suit in Monterey Bay. So, let me find it. Me and Chach. Because I took Chachki with me to college. Oh, great. I gotta go to my archived posts. I took Chachki with me to college, and we took a road trip up to Seattle. And so he came with us through. I have a picture of him at the Golden Gate Bridge. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Ooh, Chach, he's so cute. I miss him. I miss that little man. He's a good boy. Squidgy man. Okay, I'm looking for his pictures. That's a good funny pic of him with his little legs. I will save that. Okay. That's a good pic. Okay. Chachki. Choochgaloo. Choo choo. Oh my god, listen. Okay, my friend brought her bird over. She got a bird too. She got a parrot for a second. She brought her bird over, and Chachki started singing to him, so I have to play you this song. That's Chachki. That's the sound he's making, because I used to go. So he was doing that, and anytime I would go to him and I would go, he would go off. He would just go off. He would just be like, he's so cute. Okay, I'll save this. Also, cockatiels are really weird about feet for some reason. I feel like all cockatiels have a foot fetish, and you can like Google it. It's very strange. They just love feet, and he would like sing to my feet and like come up to them and be really weird. I would have to like hide my feet from him, or else he would be a super freak. Okay, I'm looking for pics. I need to like download some of these. He was singing at the top of the shower. I know that you can't super hear it. He's bad at it, but that's the Andy Griffith Show theme song. Do 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 do. He would try. My dad always tried to teach our I'm talking about Chachki. Sorry, my friend Laura is here. Cake Almighty. Okay? My favorite human? I wasn't answering you, sorry. Should I look? I was streaming. I'm talking about Tchotchke. And I was just playing this song. Laura knew Tchotchke well. There he goes. I'm looking for a very specific picture. Okay, listen. Not to show feet on main, but like I do have a small clip of him doing his foot thing, and I'm really not trying to like show it big, so I'm just gonna show it from over here. But you can see that the headbutting of the feet. Okay, that's all you get. That's all you get. Okay. Okay, I'm getting close to the pics that I was looking for. So he would just like come up to me and then start doing that to my feet, or like talking to them, be like like that to my feet, and I'd be like, stop, annoying. So that's what he do. That's what hims do. Little foot freak. I loved him too. I'm talking about Tchotchke because I went to when I got those horrible blackworms. Laura is my friend who I sent the pic of me flipping off my blackworms to. When I got those blackworms, there's a bird store right next door to the fish store. And so I went in there and I got some bird time. And I fell in love with a bird. Fell in love with a bird. Here's Tchotchke at the Golden Gate Bridge. In the car, though. You can kind of see the Golden Gate Bridge in the background, and I'm just holding him up. My mom was like, do you want to get out? And I was like, nah. I was depressed. And then... oh, here we go. Here he is in his flight suit. I found it. Okay. I found it. This is Tchotchke. You still want that leech? Here. I have so many now. Laura, you can have my whole leech jar if you want. I offered Laura, I said, do you want a pet leech? Here you go. Okay. Laura's never seen Forrest Gump, you guys. Can you believe? For bloodletting. For bloodletting, for sacrifices, and for curing medieval diseases. I got Gamer Girl Leech Jar. Take that, Belle Delphine. Idiot. Okay. I don't know if she's an idiot. I don't know her. Here is me and Tchotchke on our way to Seattle, having a pit stop in Monterey Bay, featuring Tchotchke in his flight suit. Ew, okay, bye. Bye, Laura, bye. Okay. And there we are. And there I look really good. Okay. Me and Chach. World Traveler. Okay. And here is a pic of... that was 2012. That was 2012. And here is a pic of when I had my whole little fam. Chach, Joey, and Potato. See? Chillin'. All good. Little. Yeah, they're all very good. Little. Okay. And now bird talk is over, and I'm ready to talk about movies now. Okay? I'm ready to discuss movies. I will tell you what I saw over the weekend. No, I've seen Forrest Gump, okay? I'm just gonna tell you what I saw over the weekend and this week, okay? the only things that I saw, movies were, I watched Killing of a Sacred Deer and Sleepaway Camp. And if anyone would like to discuss them, I am open to discussing. Okay? And that is what I have to say. Sleepaway Camp was bonkers bananas. Yeah, they're both horror. So Killing of a Sacred Deer's a Yorgos, Poor Things. You didn't like The Lobster or Poor Things, then I guarantee you're not gonna like Killing of a Sacred Deer. I haven't seen Poor Things, and I only watched the beginning of The Lobster. But yes, that is the movie where Barry is in it, and all of the movies that he's in, and that's why you're making that joke. I will say, I understand, Yorgos, not for everyone, very much, like a surreal, all of the characters in the movie were very bizarre. They were very, and I think that this is just how his movies are. Like they're all very peculiar and they talk very strangely. Like they say weird things and it's just like very kind of the way that the characters are very bland and matter of fact and strange. Almost like, are you a human? And I liked it, but when I watched it, I fell asleep in the last 10 minutes of the movie, which is where all the action happens. And I liked it less after it was over, but because I went back and I watched what I missed. And so I said, okay, I got it. I understand. But Atreus is in it. Tiny little baby Atreus with the biggest hair I've ever seen in my life. The biggest blowout mama. Okay. Yep. I don't know what I talked about. You guys going to be playing Black Myth Wukong with Game Science's History of Misogyny? Oh no. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. All I know is just a game, monkey game. Okay. No, I didn't see that Banshees. I didn't see it. I have a question about Barry. This is like the only movie that I've ever watched really with him in it that wasn't like he's at the end of the Batman. And I have a question. Does he always bite his lip like that? Is he always just going? Because gotta stop. It was making me want to punch. It was making me furious for no reason. He's always... I was doing it while I was watching him. I was going... Here we go. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I've accepted it. It's just his little thing. I don't actually want to punch him either. I would never punch anyone. I just noticed it. It's a thing he leans on. It's a thing he does. Okay. Not even if someone was talking shit about Matt in front of you? No, I wouldn't punch anyone. I don't ever think that there's an acceptable reason to punch someone unless it's in self-defense. If someone is attacking me, I will attack them to protect myself or to protect somebody that I love physically. Why would I ever put my hands on anyone? It's never appropriate. Okay, anyways, so there's that. Killing a sacred deer, not for everyone, kind of weird. It's basically just like, it reminded me a little bit of like a Funny Games, or like a, I don't know, Sophie's Choice. Meow, Tato. Meow, Tato. Okay, and then sleepaway camp. I have so much to say about sleepaway camp. However, I don't want to spoil it because arguably it has one of the biggest twists or reveals in horror history. Hi, you yelling? You have stuff to yell about, sir? You want to come up here? Come on. You may join me. I would love it if you would join me, Tato. Potato. Come here. Come on up. Come here. I'm gonna squish you. I'm gonna squish you so good. Come here. The ending is wild. It's Sleepaway Camp is, again, without spoiling, I don't even want to talk about like why it is this way or why it's whatever. It's hasn't aged well. It's problematic. It's high camp. It's the acting terrible, except for sometimes there are these like random side characters that like put their whole bussy into the performance, where I'm just like the opening scene of Sleepaway Camp is like a speedboat accident, and one of these like characters we never see again. It's just like a whatever setup. She's jet skiing or whatever it's called, water skiing. Yeah, water skiing. And her stupid friends are looking everywhere except where they're going while they're driving the boat. They're literally driving the boat like this and being like, why is she screaming? So weird. It's so weird that she's screaming. And they're terrible. But the water skiing girl is giving the best performance. I almost feel like I need to watch it. I feel like I need to show you the opening scene of Sleepaway Camp. A little bit. It was trying to cash in on the Friday the 13th craze, absolutely. It's totally a like camp slasher movie. Obviously, it's that. It's a little different. And interesting. Matt watched it with me, sort of. He was on his phone. So he was like in and out, and he didn't understand the twist at the end because he was not paying attention. But what was I just gonna say? I literally just lost my thought. Whatever. Okay, anyways, let me just go try to find the water skiing. I don't know what I was saying though, because I brought up Matt. He was there. I don't know. Anyways. Train of thought absolutely left the station. Oh, here's the whole movie on YouTube. I guess we could just watch I'm gonna skip past the credits. Oh man. My friend recommended it to me. It is niche, but also keep in mind that I'm a horror fanatic, so niche is up my alley, okay? I'm gonna make this big, we're gonna watch it, and then we're going to do that, okay? And here's this. Okay. Maybe I skipped past? No, this is it. Thank you, Disco. Looks really good, the quality. Didn't look this bad when I watched it on my TV.
Cut it out! Daddy, tell me to leave me alone. Peter started it. I did not, you liar.
You liar?
Did not.
All right, let's settle down and stop fighting.
He started it.
Okay, there's the skier.
Can I try it, Daddy?
Maybe in a couple years, if we ever get a motorboat.
Can we go to the camp one summer? I bet they'd show us there.
Well, I don't know about that.
Hang in there, Delore. You're doing great. Can't we stop now? Hey, Craig, how about letting me take her around once, huh?
Come on, Marianne, you know I can't do that.
Don't be such a stiff. I know how to drive these things. My old man's got one twice as big.
So, terrible acting from these two. The worst you'll ever see. But Miss Thang back here, just keep this in mind, okay?
Your old man gonna give me a job when I get fired?
Lighten up, will ya? No one's gonna see us way out here.
Sorry, my face is in the way. Yeah, this is 1983, okay?
So you think it's funny, huh? You little schemers.
You little schemers!
Come on, please.
All right.
Super.
But look, just for a minute. Not too fast.
Not too fast.
Hey, John, we gotta go meet the doc. John! It's almost 4:30. Doc's gonna be here soon.
I would also like to say the shorts and crop tops on men in this movie, just an absolute treat. An absolute, I love it. I love.
Come on, fellas. Dr. Thomas is on her way up.
Aunt Martha's coming? Is
Aunt
Ricky
Martha's coming?
too?
No, I'm afraid he's spending the weekend with his father.
Okay.
You look like a steam hunchback. Straighten up, will ya? What'd you say?
I don't know.
There's a bomb!
Something wrong. Holy shit! Turn it! Turn the wheel! Give me the wheel!
Oh my God! Somebody help the people! Yes! We're gonna fire! Get us out of the boat!
Sending it.
Oh my God! We didn't have a boat! Oh my God!
Who is she?
Somebody help them!
He said, oh no, one of the kids, the life jackets. Oh no. Anyways, that's all I want to point out is just that girl in the opening scene. Okay. I would love to watch this movie for the rest of the stream. However, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Okay? I would be more than happy, tickled in fact, to watch this with you guys on Discord. It's public domain. No, it's not. But aside from that girl, everyone stinks. Everyone's awful. The acting, terrible. But I would be more than ecstatic to watch this with you on Discord, and provide my commentary if you even want. Yeah, they made like 5 sequels. Yeah. So it's really fun. It's really campy. It's problematic. I'm telling you. But also, there is something about this movie that has enchanted me. And I think a lot of people feel this way about it. It's a cult classic, Sleepaway Camp. I think a lot of people love it. It's the baseball scene is weird. It's got an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. It does. And here's the thing. I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. It's not long. It's an hour and 24 minutes. That is accurate. That's what it said on my TV as well. And it's never like super boring. It's interesting the whole time. The costumes, I think, are so... Hi. In fact, like, directly after this scene is a scene with Aunt Martha that is just like... Aunt Martha is only in this one scene. She never comes back. And she gives the... Okay, so aside from water skiing jet ski girl, Aunt Martha's performance in this is like... She belongs in a David Lynch movie. It is, and the costume design, I don't know. Somebody went off when they, like, people in this who made this movie went off just on little, like, parts, and then the rest of it is super silly. And also, I will say, to prepare you, this is Sleepaway Camp. Most of the actors in this movie are teens. They're like children and teens. And there are a lot of butts. Of teen butts. So you know. But this scene with Aunt Martha right here, you can see her. We're gonna watch it. Because I'm just like so stoked on this woman's David Lynchian performance. I'm obsessed with this woman with this scene. I think it's...
Hurry, sweeties! We don't want to be late for the boss!
Goodness, no. No, that wouldn't do at all.
Richard, Angela! Oh, here you are. Look what I did. I packed you and your cousin some goodies for the ride up to camp. Wasn't that nice of me?
Any chips?
Why, of course. I believe there's a whole bag.
Why, I'm almost sure of it.
Angela,
Love.
isn't there anything special my little girl would care for?
We gotta go, Mom. It's getting late.
It's a completely unique performance in this movie. There's just this lady that is super bizarre, and the costume, it's bless you, Peruvian butt. Thank you for subscribing. Super weird. It is sort of like Mommy Dearest. It's just like this, and I just love it, and I wish I had a better quality video so that you could really see the costume.
Of course you do, dear. We wouldn't want them to leave without us, now would we?
No? No, I'm afraid that wouldn't do. Come, children, let's be on our way.
Also, why does she look like Katy Perry?
Now what? I believe that I've forgotten something. Now what can it be? Oh, I remember what it is. I knew I wouldn't forget. I just kept reminding myself.
Honestly, yeah.
In fact,
The
I
thought
tied a
had
string
crossed my
around-
mind. Halloween costume this year.
around my finger so I wouldn't forget.
Sorry, it's really shitty, but
See?
there's a ribbon around her finger.
And I didn't. You never can be too careful. Oh.
Well, what is it already?
Oh! Just a moment. I'll be right back.
In my
Good
opinion,
old mom's at it again.
she stole the whole
Here
movie.
they are, all filled out and signed by yours truly. Wasn't that nice of me?
What are they?
Why, they're your physicals, of course. We can't go to camp without our physicals now, can we? Just be careful not to tell anyone how you got them. Oh, no, I'm afraid that they wouldn't approve of that at all. Even though they know that I am a doctor.
No matter what they do, I'll never tell.
Oh, you're such a dear. Well, run along now.
So long, Mom.
Goodbye, my angel. I hope you have a good time. But of course you will. Take good care of my little girl, Richard.
Goodbye, Mom.
So, well, I'll let her.
Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, dear. Anyways, so we watched I'm putting my hand in my belly. We watched the intro in which there was an accident and the father and one of the kids died in that accident, the boat accident. And now Angela has gone to live with her aunt Martha and cousin. I already forgot his name. Okay. So they're cousins. It's not the same kids. It's not, both of them are not the kids from the boat earlier. It took me a little bit to understand what was happening. It's not, they don't do a great job at explaining things. Hello, gangy. I'm talking about sleepaway camp. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It took me, I was a little confused. Yes, they do look depressed. Richard, I think, is the other kid. This kid.
Wasn't that nice of me?
Wasn't that nice of me?
Any chip?
Yeah, I haven't spoiled the movie at all. I haven't even mentioned like what the themes are or whatever. I have mentioned that it's problematic, hasn't aged well, but it's enchanted me in a way, this movie, okay? And I will say about the last shot, the big reveal at the end, this movie, I mean, I'm showing you it. I'm showing you that it's low budget and it's bad acting and that it's silly. It's really silly. It's really silly. And all of the... Thank you for subscribing for 59 years. It's really silly. And then, and even like the kills, all of these like slasher kills, they're creative and they're gory, but they don't show you a ton of that. You can tell that they were like doing them on a budget. So they'll show you sometimes like the aftermath, but not so much like a knife going into somebody as much, you know? So they do it in a creative way, and I think they actually did a pretty good job with the kills. And then this last scene of this movie, the rest of the movie has been so like silly and like almost like, aside from all the butts and stuff, like PG-13. And then this final shot was, for me, I had no idea what was coming. So jarring and so like unsettling and surprising that I was like I was like screaming, and I was like pointing at the TV. I was like, what the fuck? And it's because of the like budget and old shitty special effects that I think make it that much weirder and jarringer. Like if it were made now with nice CGI and nice stuff, I don't think it would have the same effect. But it's so like sudden and so disturbing, the ending. Not even like the twist aspect of it, just like what I'm looking at. You know, it's so creepy, and it comes completely out of nowhere with very little like actual explanation of why it is the way that it is. But yeah, that's Sleepaway Camp. It's a hoot. it's whatever. It's very campy. It's very problematic. That's the end. I don't know if I'll watch the sequels. I don't really care that much. I don't care about what happens next. I just care about this movie. Maybe I will, but yeah. So I did say we're not going to watch the whole thing on stream, obviously, but I would love to watch it with you guys on Discord. Status on the video, it's cooking. It's going. We've made progress. We're hoping to have it out for you this weekend. Okay? That's what that is. And then Black Myth Wu-Tang Clan is I don't know, whenever we can. So yes, Cinema Club. So we'll do that. We'll watch Sleepaway Camp in Cinema Club. Maybe tonight. I don't know. But it's definitely, I think, for any horror fan, just worth a watch to have in your discography, your library. I think it's just worth it. It's like a you know, horror movie bingo type thing, I think. I would say. Okay. It's okay. You know what? It's not worse than Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie is a worse movie than Sleepaway Camp. I'm not afraid to admit it. Okay. Okay. Put my little music back on. Put my little music back on. And now I feel like I have finally discussed all of the things that I intended to discuss today. Okay, potato. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, sir. Not helpful. So now we can just do some chattings, and I need to knit. Okay. Oh yeah, trailers. The color work is good. It's done for now. It's done for now. Okay, what were we gonna watch? Monster Hunter something or other? Monster Hunter Wilds. What do I do? 24 hours ago? Third trailer? First trailer? No. 6 hours ago, 5 minutes of Longsword. Hardly Quinn, thank you for 15 months. Happy quinceañera. I think nothing. I think very little. I think I have... Here's the thing, you guys. Listen. Listen to me. Okay? Listen. Games... I don't want to make anyone mad. Games, movies, media, in general don't matter. Not actually. I love them. They're very important on a personal level by person. You know, sometimes they help you get through tough times, whatever. But I want you to try your best to not put so much importance and weight onto expectations for games, for movies, for TV shows, especially in a franchise that you like a lot, okay? At the end of the day, it's okay if it's bad. Okay? I want you to be excited. I want you to enjoy your stuff. But I don't want you to get so invested in a game or a movie or a show that if it goes a certain way, it makes you angry. Or it makes you, even like the opposite end, it makes you so happy that it is your whole personality now. You know, I just want you to enjoy things and keep a level head about what it actually is. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to love it. I want it to be important to you. But I don't want you to feel defensive if somebody doesn't like it. I don't want you to get mad if they don't do it well. So, that being said, bless you, Javik, thank you for 2 months. That being said, I am so stoked for Monster Hunter Wilds. I love the Monster Hunter games. I am super stoked and super excited, but I will not let it ruin my day if it's bad. Okay? It's okay if it's bad. It's okay if things that I like don't end up the way that I want them to. Matt, no. Okay, no. Matt isn't super mad about games all the time. He's passionate, and in the moment, his, you know, the way that he discusses games passionately might make one think he's mad. But as soon as we walk away from the game, it doesn't matter anymore. You know, it's just when he's talking about it in the moment, he's very spirited and he's very intense, you know? So he doesn't actually, I think, while he's saying, like, he's making fun of a game or he's shitting on a game or something, or like roasting it or being like, what is this? You know, just know that it's not something that he will carry with him onward. You know what I mean? I had to stop involving myself with any category of fandom because if a show or media was ongoing, there was always someone there to ruin the fun. If they don't like it, that's perfectly fine, but don't start hating others that do, and don't start harassing the cast. Yeah, absolutely. And, yeah, it's, so whenever anybody asks me if I'm excited about something, the more that time has gone by and the more that games come and go and I see people's reactions to them, I do get excited for things, but my peaks and my valleys are much less now. I'm much more like stable, I guess. I just temper my expectations. I'm like, listen, this will either be really good or really bad or mediocre, and any of those outcomes I'm okay with. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. So, no, we didn't finish it. I just, you know, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay if things are bad that you like. I wasn't talking to you, James. just what you said. You asked me a question and then it made me think, before I answer this question, I want to let everybody know. And also, even if I am talking down to you, also that doesn't matter because I don't know you and you don't know me and everything is okay. Everything is fine. Everything's okay. Right? Nothing matters. That's the awesome thing about life, is that nothing matters. Unless you make it matter. Did you guys see Chapel Rowan's video on TikTok? No, it's not depressing. It's not depressing. It's freeing. Nothing matters. Doesn't matter. I loved what she said in it. And like I'm not Chapel Rowan, so I don't have the experience that she has. I love when people come up to me and say something and say hello, hi. But if I were Chapel Rowan and people were doing it, I'll play it. I'll find it.
I don't care that.
Hold on. Yeah, when I say nothing matters, I don't mean like the people I love and stuff like that. I just mean like the things that don't matter. You know? Family matters. That's a good show. Friends. But at the end of the day, like, you're in charge. You're in charge of your experience. You know? And it only matters if you make it matter. And if it's bothering you and it's making things harder for you, it doesn't need to matter. Right? It's easier said than done, but that's just like sort of at the base of the sentiment. Okay. So I'm going to play this video, and I do think that I feel bad that she, whatever. I don't know. I think she put out a couple videos, so I don't know if this is the one. Here's this tiny little dancing child. Oh. Okay, so here she is, and she's going to tell us something.
I don't care that abuse and harassment, stalking, whatever, is a normal thing to do to people who are famous or a little famous, whatever. I don't care that it's normal. I don't care that this crazy type of behavior comes along with the job, the career field I've chosen. That does not make it okay. That doesn't make it normal. It doesn't mean I want it. It doesn't mean that I like it. I don't want whatever the fuck you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity. I don't give a fuck if you think it's selfish of me to say no for a photo or for your time or for a hug. That's not normal. That's weird. It's weird how people think that you know a person just because you see them online or you listen to the art they make. That's fucking weird. I'm allowed to say no to creepy behavior. Okay?
So, like, I agree with her.
I need you to answer a question.
I do think a little bit. It sucks that... that's the thing, like... It sort of... It brings into the discussion, like, leaving your doors unlocked and then being upset that you got robbed. It's like, yeah, it's not your fault that you got robbed. It's only the robber's fault that you got robbed. But the world is this way and you know that it's this way. And so unfortunately, you have to know and do things to like protect yourself. It's the same thing with like how women dress when they go out. You know, you should be able to wear whatever you want. You should be able to leave your doors unlocked. You should be able to, but you can't. And that's sort of how I feel about this conversation. And like this, we'll just play this and then we'll talk about it again.
Just answer my questions for a second. If you saw a random woman on the street, would you yell at her from the car window? Would you harass her in public? Would you go up to a random lady and say, "Can I get a photo with you?" And she's like, "No, what the fuck?" And then you get mad at this random lady? Would you be offended if she says no to your time because she has her own time? Would you stalk her family? Would you follow her around? Would you try to dissect her life and bully her online? This is a lady you don't know. And she doesn't know you at all. Would you assume that she's a good person? Assume she's a bad person? Would you assume everything?
This part for me is like the most important. Because for me, personally, because I don't experience the fans like she does. She's a huge famous person who was thrust into superstardom. The only interactions that I've ever had with fans have been extremely positive and kind and polite, and my fans are not teenage girls, you know? My fans are not teenagers who don't have boundaries, who aren't polite, you know? Our fans are people like us, and they come up and they're just like us, and they're just like, wow, great stuff, thank you so much, whatever. And it's great. I love that. So I can't really speak to the other stuff because I haven't experienced it, but I know that it's real, and I think it's a great thing that she's putting it into this perspective. Like, would you do that if this were any other person? If someone denied taking a picture with you, like, would you get mad? Would you go online and yell about it? It's like the only difference is that this is a person that has a career making music and people like her music. And I think I'm really glad that she did this, because I don't think that a lot of people have taken the time to think about it and what it actually is that they're doing. And this part
At all. Would you assume that she's a good person? Assume she's a bad person? Would you assume everything you read about her online is true?
The assumptions, like, I think that is one of the most dangerous parts of being a person on the internet, a like person with any sort of following, any sort of whatever. It's just that people will take one little tidbit that they hear about you and then form an entire explanation or whatever about who they think that you are. And it's like, so, we put more and more of ourselves online as time goes on, but that is so little of who we actually are. And so if you ever find yourself assuming you know who a person is by their controversies, by their successes, if you think your favorite creator is really wholesome and would never do anything that whatever, and then they fuck up and you're devastated and you're heartbroken, you're like, I can't believe that they did this. This is not at all who I thought they were. The Try Guys thing comes to mind, Like, I'm sorry, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. I don't get it. It's none of my business. I like knowing. I like finding out things when things happen. There's been a lot of drama lately. Not drama, but around like this Cody Ko and Tana Mojo thing. And I'm interested in following it, and I try to follow like YouTube drama, YouTube controversies as they happen, just so that I can, I don't know, I find it to be educational and just like, okay, I'm seeing how people react to different things. I'm seeing what the opinions are. you know, it's and it's interesting. It's interesting. But regardless, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. The Try Guys especially, like, it's none of my business. With the Cody Co thing, it's like, okay, maybe a crime was committed, so it's a little bit more, it's a little less blurry. But the Try Guys thing was just like, I mean, it's been long enough, so now I'm gonna say it. Who fucking cares? I'm sorry. I don't care that this man did that, cheated on his wife. It's none of my business. Nobody should know. It's their private thing. It was with an employee, so I see how that gets more problematic because of power dynamics. But it's like, so if these were people you didn't know, you'd be like, oh, ooh. And then you'd move on. You know, that video that those Try Guys put out, the statement that they made, it was weird. Sorry, I'm starting beef with the Try Guys now, but we have I think opposite audiences. So whatever. It's like, it was so weird. Okay. It was weird. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't see anyone talking about it. It was fucking weird to watch that video of them addressing the Ned situation and being so like, it's like, it's not about you. This man's marriage is falling apart. It's not about you. Why are you making it about you? Either cut ties with him, cut him out of your freaking company, he did something inappropriate, or don't. It was just like, it made me feel so strange. I also thought maybe it was a publicity stunt. I don't know. It was just, it really made me feel weird. And like the things that people were saying, to give a you know, summary. The Try Guys are 4 gentlemen who originated on BuzzFeed and then broke off and started their own thing. And one of them, a man by the name of Ned, kind of made it his whole persona that he was like the wife guy and he was like obsessed with his wife. And as a person whose career is sort of intertwined with their relationship, I think I felt very like invested in this, you know, as an observer. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just like biased and I'm like, whatever, because I also have my relationship as a part of my career. But at the same time, Matt and I are very like, we very much say like our YouTube videos are like parody. They're a satire. Those are characters. You know, like there's the character of the girlfriend, and it's all in service to just be funny and to make an entertaining video. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a depiction of our relationship. You know, some things are true and like represent things that have happened, but other things it's just jokes. You know, so I don't know. Anyways. This wife guy, Ned, Try Guy, wife guy, cheated on his wife with an employee and was very public about it, was going out to concerts and stuff with her and you know, whatever. So everyone, as it started to come out, everyone got very mad and were like, poor lady, poor wife, how could you? Also, this employee, there's a power imbalance. Maybe she felt manipulated, but she was also engaged to be wed. She was in a relationship. You know, wow. What a couple of shitheads. That's my reaction to that information. Hey, don't do that. That sucks. But it's not illegal to cheat on your wife, unfortunately. It's not illegal. It sucks. It's an asshole thing to do. Let them deal with it. Let them frickin' figure it out. Watched Red Dragon starring Matt. He's very talented, yes. So, anyways, that's how I feel about that. And the Try Guys situation, it rubbed me the wrong way the whole time. Mostly because of how the internet and the rest of the Try Guys reacted to it. It bothered me. It bothered me. Should we watch that? Let me hide this for a second. Here, I'll let her finish her little thing.
I'm a random bitch. You're a random bitch. Just think about that for a second, okay? I need you to answer questions. Just answer my questions for a second. If you saw a random woman on the street...
Anyways, we're all random bitches. Amen. At the end of the day, we're all random bitches. Okay? Hiding this for a second. I'm gonna say, Try Guys... Oh, look. Scandal. Try Guys scandal. Okay. Great. Let's watch this. Let's watch this, okay? Let's watch it. Because I watched a lot of videos about this as it was happening, just kind of waiting for somebody to be like, what is this? And I felt like nobody was. I'm going to move my head so that you guys can see Mr. Eugene here. Okay. I am starting beef, but it's been 2 years. You know, it's been 2 years since this happened. And also nobody cares about me. SNL thought it was weird. Yeah. But then everybody got mad because, Ned is friends with one of the writers on SNL or something. Okay. So this is the remaining Try Guys, and this is them addressing the situation.
Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys. By now, we're assuming you've seen the Reddit threads and TikToks and tweets and news articles. We want to give you a timeline of what's transpired and some transparency into our decision making. Throughout this video, there will be things that we want to say or go
also,
into
you
further.
Have to know, you have to know that a video like this is very intentional. Everything about this video is very intentional, very like planned out, very it discussed a lot. Obviously it's scripted, they're reading from a script. So just keep that in mind, that this is not just how I'm talking to you right now, obviously.
As I'm sure you're aware, there are some legal issues we have to consider as we go through everything.
On Labor Day weekend, multiple fans alerted us that they had seen Ned and an employee engaging in public romance.
And I'm being a little bit mean, admittedly. I'm being a little bit mean, but I don't feel like I'm punching down because these are super mega rich famous people. This face here is like so inappropriate, I think, for this anger, and then this acting also while he like I would implore you to pay attention to the people who are not speaking and what they are doing and like what their faces are saying, because like I'm watching this man. I don't know these guys' names. I know this is Eugene, and then I know Ned because he cheated on his wife. But this one is a bad actor, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's fine. Be friends with the wife. It's not appropriate to be like this, in my opinion. If I were a PR person, I would say you guys are everyone's on your side right now, okay? Everyone's on your side. to accept the support and be the victims is what I would say if I were a PR person to them, I guess. Be the victims. Let it be sad. You need to chill. You need to just chill. But they can't, but I wouldn't even say that because the acting is not there, but whatever. Anyways.
Behavior. We reached out to check on that employee. Ned confirmed the reports and since confirmed that this had been going on for some time, which was obviously very shocking to us. And we just want you to know that we had no idea this was going on. All of that information was just as shocking to us as all of this has been for you this week.
And thus began a 3-week process of engaging with employment lawyers, corporate lawyers, HR, PR, and more, in order to make sure we were taking all necessary steps. From the jump, we were acutely aware of just how contrary this was to the values of the company we've built and those of everyone who works here. This is something we took very seriously. We refused to sweep things under the rug. That is not who we are, and it's not what we stand for.
I do think, if I had to guess, I'm making assumptions here. I have no idea what happened. I wasn't there, like I said before. I would assume that they knew. Or had inklings. It's pretty hard to have an affair with an employee around everyone and not let on that something is going on between you two. And I don't know. It's just, yeah, he was doing it in public. So if he was going to concerts with her and going to clubs and stuff, it's not like he was trying to be sneaky. I'm sure, I would bet money that they knew. And maybe the dramatic response is overcompensating for the fact that they knew and they're trying to separate themselves from the situation and be the good guys. Allegedly, that's all an assumption off of almost no information. So, you know. And again, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter, you know. And they probably found out before the internet did and tried to fix what they could, but fans caught them at a concert. At the very least, that's what happened. At the very least, that's what happened. Okay.
We immediately removed Ned from work activities and engaged an HR professional to conduct a thorough review of the facts. We also opted to remove Ned from our releases pending the results of that review. Over a few weeks, that's included removing his section from videos, digitally removing him from others, and choosing not to feature him in our merch throws. Honestly, I want to give major props to our editing staff for how deftly they've handled that. There are several videos that we've deemed as fully unreleasable. You will never see them, and that is due to his involvement.
We're revisiting the Ned drama.
And that's a decision that has cost us lots of money.
And
we will not be able to recoup that money, but it's a decision we stand by proudly.
I also, Gangi, thank you. I also can't, like, I know that everybody loves Eugene, I think, and, you know, he's doing his thing, but I just find this so inappropriate, and I would hope that they have a director or somebody behind the camera to just be like, I mean, it doesn't matter because nobody else had a problem with this, except for me. You know, it seemed like nobody had a problem with it except for me. It does feel very like acting. It feels like acting. This like I mean, like, we literally had somebody try to fake death threats from us and our fans. Somebody actively tried to ruin our careers, okay? And I could not, if I tried, in all seriousness and sincerity, make these faces while talking about it. I was just very like, yeah. You know, not that my reactions to things need to be how everyone reacts to things, but this just seems so like, people cheat. People are bad. I have friends that have cheated and been cheated on. Okay? It's not my business. It's not my business. Even with my close personal friends. It's not my business. I'm here to support you. I'm here to give you advice if you need it. I don't know what your relationship is like. I don't know the intricacies of the dynamic between you and your partner and if things are good and if things are bad. I don't know. There's so many things that go into I don't know. It's just I find it not nice. Okay, anyways.
Of the review, but suffice to say, we found that Ned had engaged
I
in
will also
contact-
say, if this was a woman, sorry, okay, I'm spiraling now. If this was a woman making this face, forget it.
Conduct unbecoming of our team, and we knew that we could not move forward with him. So on Friday, September 16th, the three of us signed written consent of the members of Second Try LLC approving the removal of Ned as a manager.
Yes, it was an employee. It was technically, I guess, a business matter. I feel as though a written statement of like, we do not agree with the actions that these two former CEO and employee have taken, so we have decided to part ways. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Would have been just perfect. All we needed.
And an employee. We chose not to rush into the announcement for a few reasons. Namely, there are real people who have been affected. And while we consider this a company matter, there's just also a family at the center of this.
Now, we were always planning on a public statement, and we're working towards that with our team, but in light of rapidly accelerating speculation,
This is my work in
we knew
progress.
we couldn't
I got
wait any
distracted.
longer. And we are obviously incredibly shocked and deeply hurt by all of this. This is someone who we'd built a brand and a company with for 8 years. We feel saddened, not just personally, but on behalf of our staff and our fans who believed in us.
No. If there's anything that I have learned from being in my own YouTube-related controversies and watching others, it's that less is more. And, you know, I don't regret making videos about Hogwarts Legacy or The Last of Us, about that whole thing. I think they were important to make and to like address and to let people know what was happening, because I think people didn't know. Some people didn't know, and it's just I felt like it was a little bit of a Chapel Rowan moment for us to be like, look at this is weird, this is not okay. But in something like this, in breakups, in allegations against, people break up, on YouTubers break up and then they make allegations against each other. I think less is definitely more, is what I've learned, that the more that you talk about it, the more that you address it, the more that it lives in people's minds. And, it's just like, unless a crime was committed, and maybe there was a crime committed, I don't think there was. If this girl that he cheated with felt pressured and was being forced to do this because it was her boss, that's a crime. We don't have any evidence of that. She hasn't said anything, certainly. But that doesn't mean that it didn't happen. So, I don't know. Anyways, Here we go.
I don't know that we'll ever be able to fully articulate the pain we feel at this moment. It's hard to rewatch old videos that we love and are proud of. We're losing a friend, we're losing someone we built a company with, we have countless memories with.
You hear?
We just made a TV show together. I'm
hear-
sure many of you feel the same way. It's weird. We're sorry that this ever happened, and
We never meant for it to be this way. I mean, it was a friend. Like we have the sad, sensitive, we have the angry, and we have the straight man. They have very clear roles here. Very, very clear. He's the sensitive, sad boy. He's your father, you know, just like, well, I'm disappointed in you, son. And then he's mad, you know? And that wavering voice is just, it embarrasses me.
I'm sure many of you feel the same way. It's weird. We're sorry that this ever happened, and we don't know what more to say.
And there's also our staff of 20 strong who, they just don't deserve the negative attention our brand is now getting because they didn't do anything. But they're our family, and they're some of the most talented.
I'm sorry, and if you're crying, if you're about to cry, there's a lot of things that happen in your body, and wavering voice alone is not the only thing. And it didn't feel exactly. Orange drink, that's a really good way to put it. It's too much. If they were actually this emotional and this isn't acting, they shouldn't have been filming it. Amen. They're unable to be professional, then you're right. It could have been an email. Can you cry on command? I did this once on stream. If you gave me enough time, I probably could, but it takes some work. I have to like think about sad things or talk about sad things, and then, you know, I can get there.
Talented, creative minds in the world, and our primary focus right now is making sure they feel comfortable and proud coming to work. The work they do never ceases to astound us, and frankly, there's just no world in which we could have navigated all of this without them. Now, there are videos that were shot ahead of all this, right? We're going to be editing Ned out like the new season of Without a Recipe, and we're working with our editors and finding creative solutions to the footage. And we also have some branded videos that we've already committed to. So when you see a video that's sponsored in a few weeks and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. It's just how things are, and that's why.
It's not how things are. If they're going so far to edit this man out of videos, and then they have brand deals, sponsored videos, couldn't they re-edit those too? Couldn't they whatever? I would recommend not editing him out at all. I would just recommend being like, we're going on business as usual. You're going to see videos with Ned for a while we have a backlog. And then eventually you will see him no more. So just whatever. It just seems... No. Brands don't mandate certain people in videos. Unless it's part of the freaking thing, you know? Going back a little bit.
Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. The new season of Without a Recipe, and we're working with our editors and finding creative solutions to the footage. And we also have some branded videos that we've already committed to. So when you see a video that's sponsored in a few weeks and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, it is kind of weird. It's just how things are, and that's why.
Look, I get that when stuff like this happens, there's going to be speculation and gossip. And we ask that you respect the privacy of the family members and employees who may be caught up in this. We also want to remind you that the internet has a tendency to be a lot harsher towards women than men. So please, we ask that you exercise kindness.
That's
Things
the best
will
thing they
change
said.
here.
That was the only truthful
What we
thing.
hope is that within this, there's also the opportunity for positive growth and better videos ahead. But it's gonna
he's
be hard.
cringing me, I'm sorry.
This whole thing is going to be really fucking hard.
And we imagine you have lots of questions, a lot more questions right now, and we're going to have more to say in the future. Just right now, we're focused on bringing the best content
should have given
possible
him the
between
straight
now
man
and the end of
role.
the
It's
year,
not-
and then figuring out what the future of this channel looks like from there.
That's it for now. Again, more to come. Some things may change. We are just sort of figuring it out all one day at a time.
Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And we look forward to introducing you to the next era of the Try Guys ahead.
So that's that. Okay. That's that. That's that. And then, is it this one? Yeah. So this is the episode of the podcast that they put out after this.
This episode is presented by DoorDash. Use promo code TRIPOD when you download the app for 25% off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more.
Stop. I thought that was my YouTube ad thing, but it literally is just, yeah, very different. An entirely different vibe. But I just like, some of the things, if I'm remembering correctly, like some of the things that they say, feel a little bit like, oh, okay. It's different than what you were saying before, or different than the tone that you had before. You know?
Ramble.
We're gonna watch Try Guys. No, that was just part of the
Thank you to BetterHelp, Best Fiends, DoorDash, and Casetify for sponsoring today's episode of The Tripod.
Bro, cool it.
Shall we?
Shall we?
Go for it, man.
Okay.
Well, here we are, everyone.
Welcome to the Tripod to all of our normal listeners and no new people whatsoever.
No new people curious. But this is our podcast.
Hi.
We talk about things and we hang out. Sometimes we play synthesizer, and that's pretty controversial.
Cool.
People do not care for the synthesizer.
That's the level
So
of
let's go over
controversy we
here.
were used to.
Most
Yeah.
replayed.
You know, before we
let's
dive
find
in-
out.
Or at least approaches to help solve your problems. As time has gone on, we've all grown to realize that therapy is not something that's only for people currently dealing with a problem, but sometimes it's great to help you be prepared for when problems do arise. So if you're thinking about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option.
am,
It's
yeah.
convenient,
Taking a
accessible,
DV on the
affordable,
Try
and
Guys right now,
entirely
I'm sorry.
online. You can get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey
that's
and switch
okay.
therapists anytime. When you want to be a
you
better
think it's
problem
because
solver,
people skip
therapy can
that?
get you there. Visit
'Cause it seems like there's a
betterhelp.com/tripod
lot
today to get
YouTube
10% off your
conference.
first month. That's betterhelp.com, betterhelp.com/tripod.
No.
Yeah, so we were in Palm Springs. We had gone down to do like a YouTube conference. So Zach and I were down there, and we just like extended our stay into the weekend. Our partners came down.
At this point, we had already removed Ned from the company
Yes.
officially.
Okay, maybe we
That
can
had
start.
already happened.
We were kind
The
of,
elephant in the room.
meeting
Okay,
up with all
let's
these
do that.
YouTubers, and again, they're like, "How are the guys?" Titled a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Scandal centric.
I was waiting for this. We are not scandal proof. Most of our titles of the podcast episodes are like what really happened and like addressing the controversy.
Big
In trending,
for a while.
we've been trending.
We've been trending.
Okay, look, if you're here, you know what's been going on. We've released our statement video, so we're not going to rehash that. But this video, this episode, this pod is going to be kind of our emotional reaction. What the fuck has this been like?
Mostly like what we, I guess, emotionally went through and like things like that. Not as much the other side of it, just what our side of the experience of the last month. Because for us, it was September.
The whole month.
It would like the whole month, basically like
Yeah.
the third or fourth of the month is when it began, and
it hasn't stopped.
concluded, but it definitely it's been a month.
I lost 10 pounds.
No,
what?
you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I gained
You
a
gained?
lot of weight.
Wait,
I
why
just
why
I didn't
did you
really
lose weight?
Sarah was
So,
like, "You
yeah.
look skinny," and I went to the doctor. I was
Granted, reading a script is hard. It's hard to do. Like reading a script in a natural way is not an easy thing to do. So I understand like leaning on a crutch of like, okay, I'm going to be sad. This is a sad. I'll be sad. I know that that's my character for this. I'll be sad. And so I can see how that would be pretty different in a more candid, casual conversation. But I do feel like this is more real. This is absolutely how they feel about this, and this is their reaction to it. And while I'm sure it was stressful and upsetting to lose a partner, a business partner, and an employee, and then have the entire internet talking about you, like, it is so not about you. Like, the man has a wife and kids. The lady that he cheated with had a fiance. Like, people were hurt in this, and it's not, and you are not those people. So the previous video that we just watched feels to me so, like, tonally wrong for that purpose. And it does feel very like me. It does, I think you can learn a lot about a person from a podcast, because they'll just talk and they'll just be themselves. And I think it will give us some insight.
I was at the doctor for like something else, and I was like, oh my God.
$10,000 is a lot.
I know. I guess I am stressed out.
Whoa, how?
No, it's
You
not.
okay?
It's like not like I actually don't feel stressed out.
I don't know
that
who this
much
man
day
is.
to day, but then I was like, oh, I think I.
We're talking
have
about
been
the Try
stressed out.
Guys.
It was like a good reminder. I was like, oh yeah.
I'm
If you ever
starting
thought that stress
beef
does
with
not
them. I'm
manifest
starting
physically,
old
let
beef
me
with
tell
them.
you, my back hurts.
Yeah.
My BMs have been wild.
Oh yeah.
The stress poops have been
It's
out of
an
control.
experience.
Have not been sleeping.
Yeah.
And part of that is because there's just been so much to do. So we'll take you back, I guess. Let's just start at the beginning. We found out over Labor Day weekend, and it was a week of relentless work. I mean, it's been a month of relentless work, but especially that first week.
This is a good question. Do we think this was another opportunity to cash in on the drama? Here's the thing. I don't think they thought that. I don't think that they ever had a moment where they had a plan to be like, let's make this good for us. Maybe they did. Maybe they had a literal board meeting where they were like, okay, yeah, there's drama happening. Let's find a way to make this benefit us. You know, all press is good press. That's true. It's true. It doesn't matter like how shitty it is or how bad it feels. Like, if people are talking about you, whatever. But I don't think they ever, at least out loud or even in their heads, were like, let's use this. I just think that there are a lot of celebrities and YouTubers. I don't think that the thought crossed their mind. I think that they just are that. Does that make sense? I think it's just who they are. I don't think that they're thinking about it like, let's make this about us. I think they just do that. They just have to make it about themselves. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that they had a choice to not talk about it on the next podcast. You know what I mean? So, like, obviously they have to talk about it. Obviously they have to address it. If anything, this is how they should have done it without the weird Uncanny Valley video, you know? They had to talk about it. But no, I don't think that people ever, most of the time, there are obviously not good people or like people who intentionally are evil. But I think that also a lot of YouTubers and celebrities, but especially, I'm trying to pick my words, like older millennial YouTubers and celebrities, I think they were in a, I'm a millennial. I was raised in a time where, everyone had to be super skinny and being rich or whatever, like the Paris Hilton, that sort of thing, where the ideal was rich, bitch, fake, whatever. And I think that if you don't work on yourself as you achieve success, you will turn into that, And I think that a lot of these like older millennials and YouTubers who have just been like, yeah, I've been around. Trust me, I know the biz. I know what I'm doing. I know how YouTube is. They're just gonna assume, you know what I mean? I'm trying to communicate this, but I'm having a hard time picking my words. You know what I mean? Having a hard time like putting my thoughts into coherent phrases. I think that there are a lot of YouTubers in this age range that are just like this because they were on YouTube before Adpocalypse. They became millionaires very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. They were the top of their game, and very soon divvied out tasks and work to other people and became just the personalities, So a lot of this genre of YouTuber, I think, is just like this, unfortunately. I assume they are, and that's my own fault. But I don't think that they're aware of it anymore. I don't think that they are real or honest with themselves or with their audiences. And not these men specifically, but they're just reminding me of, I can think of a handful. I mean, you think of like the Shane Dawsons, the Colleen Ballingers, the, who else? I mean, just the people that have been on YouTube around for a while. I wouldn't say Smosh. I've met Ian and he's very down to earth. So, I haven't met Anthony though. And it's just like a lot of people from that era. Like, YouTube can be very easy, especially from that era. Like, look at the first video that Smosh posted, the videos that Smosh used to make when they first got started, were just two guys goofing. It used to be very, very easy to be successful on YouTube because it wasn't a thing yet. So all of those people, they're just completely unrelatable. Yes, the Blake Lively thing, for example. The whole Blake Lively thing is just like they've lost touch. And the fact that we, Matt had worked for many other YouTubers before we started our channel, I think gave him some, what's the word I'm looking for? I lost it. I don't know my word. Yeah, we actually just watched the Chapel Roan thing, which is how I got on this conversation. Okay, anyways, I think we just were better prepared for that sort of thing, and we got into YouTube after Adpocalypse, post Adpocalypse, so the money that we were making from YouTube videos was not this kind of money. And it never will be. Like, the YouTubers that Matt was working for before, Ray William Johnson and stuff, they, without a sponsor, could make thousands of dollars from a single video. And we're making tens of thousands of dollars a month just from ad revenue before Adpocalypse. So of course, that's easy. That's easy for them. And then it makes you, it's like, yeah, you're a personality and you're charismatic, but that's not like something that you have to like do a lot of hard work to do. So like, while I know that they have a busy schedule and stuff, they're not actors or singers like working on a craft or whatever. And so I think that it just gets out of hand a little faster. You know what I mean? So yes, you do know some of Matt's previous ventures. Yeah. Yep. Okay, anyways, let's see what they say.
We knew before the world knew. And this is something we took very seriously. We knew that it required a swift action, legal action, figuring out what we as co-owners could do, what was within our realm. So that was a lot of lawyer calls and then finding an HR representative. Like, what even is a review internally? What does that even look like?
Yeah, and while that happened, I was on tour doing shows. So Zach and I are basically on the phone about and Eugene as well, about every, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours. Basically, every time I stop at a gas station, I just disappear for 20 minutes. And
you didn't tell your
No,
cohorts.
I didn't tell anybody. I had the opposite difficult thing was I just couldn't talk to anybody about it.
That was
I'm
also
just,
what
like,
I was thinking, orange
just,
drink. It's like
eating like all of this
You guys are a
chaos
full-blown
and just storing
company,
it in my body and then
not
going
used to
and doing
HR?
comedy
That's
shows and then talking
alarming.
to fans who are like, how are the guys? And I'm like, they're good. They're doing good. Everything's cool with us. And I think the thing that was hard for me to deal with was that I knew these were the last times I got to perform for a crowd that didn't have a besmirched image of the thing that they probably know me
It's alarming,
best from.
Kayla.
So that was like hard and sad because each show that I did on that tour, I was like, okay, well, that's one more down. And then at the end of this tour, I know that that's it. And I'm about to go on tour. I'm actually, as you're listening to this, I'm on tour again, just for a couple shows. And I'm
sure it'll be a little different.
It'll be different. And I get it. And it's just going to be hard. And it's this new experience of, being face to face with our fans, and I'm sure some people are going to want to be.
I am really enjoying
consoling.
just like
Some
watching
people are gonna
this
have
and then
other
seeing your guys'
interrogative
thoughts pop up
questions.
as they say
So that
things.
first week, we found out the information over the course of a few weeks, but really that first week where we said, okay, we think this thing has happened that's bad.
I'm gonna move my
this
head
thing
again. I don't like my
definitely
head where it
happened.
is.
And so each day we were getting new details and reacting accordingly. And so if you look at our
I
phone
am the Try
logs,
Guys now.
no conversation lasted less than 30 minutes. And most were an hour, hour and a half, because we just had to
Yes, bingo.
we processed this almost like a trauma. Like it was just so really rocked our world, but also the ramifications.
Jake,
were
thank you
so
for the
clear.
big freaking fart.
And so I don't think that I really ever stopped to emotionally process it. And even still, I don't know that I have because it was just, okay, we have to act.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Not to gatekeep trauma. I won't even say anything.
We have to go. This thing happened. How do we react accordingly? I understood the severity of the allegations against Ned, but also just the laundry list of steps ahead. And then because of the way that it just happenstance, I was alone in the office.
Basically, Zach was forced to be the captain of the ship.
I will say, sorry, I keep pausing it and saying things. I will say I'm really using my intuition here for a lot of this. I'm just when this whole thing was happening and when I was watching things come out and listening to them talk, I was really just trying to use my intuition and being like, if I was sitting there with these people and I was listening to them talk about this, what would I be thinking about? Less so with this guy. I think he's a little bit, oopsie. I think he's a little bit more, feet on the ground, but still, I mean, we heard him talk about his tour and stuff. He seems a little bit more with it, maybe, but I could just be being tricked by his stoic nature talking about it. Okay.
And did an excellent job, and we've told you that. You did a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
It was very hard.
I was not alone. I mean, obviously, I
No.
had Nick and Rachel, and I
Right.
had you guys with me, but lots of lawyer calls.
Yeah, a lot of lawyer calls and stuff
Sure.
like that, and questions and figuring out, and even like just, you know, we just learned a lot about how difficult it is
They
to
do seem
navigate
nice.
things like this, like
They do seem
at
nice.
all, let alone properly. But it's really challenging, and there's a lot of people to consider, and there's a lot of legal issues you have to consider.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that
Sure,
if we,
and
sorry
that
to
would be
interrupt,
really
if we
stressful.
had any missteps whatsoever, we would be putting ourselves at risk in any which way, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want to leave ourselves open for lawsuits if we were unjustly removing him or
Whatever,
what have
yeah.
you, right? Like, we just needed to make sure that we were doing things right, not saying the wrong thing, not doing something too early.
No. None of these
making
guys
sure that we had really
were the
gone
ones that cheated
through
on the
this
wife.
internal review
He's
before
not
we
been
took
in any of
permanent
these videos
action.
we
Like,
watched.
There's just
These
there's
are just
there's a right way and there's a
adjacent
rushed way,
people.
and we wanted to make sure we were doing it the right way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'd say in terms of emotional processing, my recommendation is to use that is what I did, which is on your drive home, you just listen to Olivia Rodrigo. And because like it's a breakup album. You're like,
That's
oh, it's kind of like a
pandering.
breakup. And it was very helpful. And
That's
then I
what my
also
gut
just like
says.
listened to other like music that I've always emotionally connected with, whether that be like a Radiohead song or something other song, which I think allows me to access my sad emotions easier. And then I just did it on my car ride home. So if you
Sure.
ever
I think my problem, and maybe it's just a problem of like their vocabulary, but I really have a bone to pick with the words that they use. It may not be intentional, but like emotional processing, trauma, those sort of things, like there's no denying that this was a very stressful situation for them. This is like a huge problem work-wise. But nobody cheated on you guys. You get to go home to your family and be supported, and everything is fine. You know? Like, I know work is stressful. Work is very stressful. Trust me, I know. I have been, I would say it's likely that Ned has been traumatized by his own actions and his family and the girl and her fiance. I would say those people are all traumatized, for sure. For sure. Trauma. Done. Being like attacked by the public with this kind of audience, trauma. Doesn't matter. Even if you did a bad thing, trauma. Bye, done. So like, oh, thank you, Bingo. You know I love to. It's not about them. It has to do with them. It has to do with their work, which can be really stressful and hard and exhausting and emotionally draining too. Okay? No, I want them to talk about how they felt. Okay? I want them to talk about how they felt and their experience. I don't want them to use words like trauma or emotional processing or whatever that are buzzwords for the victims of abuse, victims of a traumatic event. They're victim words. They're victim words. And while their business suffered and was technically a victim, I don't think that these guys are victims in this situation. So that's my problem with it. I want them to talk about it. I want to hear the details. I like hearing that he was stopping and talking about it and stopping at gas stations and whatever. I just wish that there was a little bit more awareness, self-awareness. You know? Like, even if they just threw in like, and again, like I know that, you know, at the end of the day, we didn't get cheated on, but it was hard, you know, like just a little bit of yeah, you know, yeah, self-awareness, I guess. Yeah. People this famous always lose a bit of self-awareness. Well, therapy. It cheapens the words when you use it for mundane stuff. Like, yeah, my business partner fucked up and caused a lot of problems for us, you know, caused some problems. Do you think that the frickin' employees at BP are traumatized because of the oil spill?
Pulled up next to me, and I looked very sad. I was just listening to Olivia Rodrigo and Radiohead and processing some things.
You betrayed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, right?
And
but it's
I
just
know
like
that you'll never feel so. Also, the you know, you betrayed me, being like, I'm listening to breakup songs. It's you were not betrayed. You know. Sure. Emotional processing, I guess I can have a little bit more leeway for. Okay? So. Yeah.
I think it is important to emotionally like release whatever those are. Sometimes I'm sure we've all had angry emotions and frustrated emotions and sad emotions and confused emotions, and all of those kind of need to be let out. Because
Sure.
I had all of them bottled up for a week because
Sure.
I was on tour for a whole like 9 days or something that was occurring. So it was, you know, every so often I was like, I just have to go outside in the parking lot of this hotel and get away from everybody else for a minute.
That's fair.
Or you do what I did, which is oscillate between venting on the phone
His penis was
and
oscillating.
then disassociating via the Miami Boys Choir, my favorite little Jewy posse of beautiful singers down in Miami. If you haven't checked it out on TikTok, it's all the...
And there we have another buzzword. Okay. I don't care about the Jewy boys choir or whatever. I think he's Jewish. I don't know. I just assume if someone is blatantly saying Jewy or whatever, that they're probably Jewish. And I'm like, all right, whatever. What I care about is using disassociating. You were distracting yourself, you know? Have you ever seen... I've disassociated live on stream where I just delete. My brain just it goes away. Disassociating is very specific, and you can see when someone is doing it. I think you were distracting yourself. So the buzzwords with this man. You know what? You're right. Keith is the big tall man. I'm giving him more points now because he's using emotional processing, and we have agreed amongst ourselves that he's allowed to say that, right? We don't think that that's a buzzword. This man has both said trauma and disassociating now, and I don't like it. You know?
The rage.
Yeah, Zach just showed it to me. It's very fun.
It's cool as hell.
Tell me you've never
So we came up with
disassociated without
our immediate,
telling
intermediate,
me.
and long-term plan. And I think in crisis, my brain really benefits from, like, look, we're falling, we're floundering. And so if you feel like you can grab onto anything, it gives you this semblance of control. And that was really like my North Star during this, is just coming up with action plans and executing them.
Oh,
sorry, it's time to be real. This is
that's the notification
This is so
sound?
inappropriate, but it is time to be real.
Well,
That's the notification sound. I've never heard the notification
It's
sound.
beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
okay, well, I'll do it. I don't want to be
I'll be real. I
ousted
guess.
as a phony.
Yeah, you have to be real, and that's
know what
it's
they're
been
doing.
hard being real in all of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, actually, thank God for Be Real, because, and I didn't get a notification yet, so I don't know what's going on.
The app is so buggy. I'm pressing the button and it's not letting
Well,
me
it's
be
the whole
real.
I don't know
idea
what
is
it
like,
is.
let's attack our servers all at once from the entire user base within 2 minutes. I'm like, well, that's dumb. But Be Real was because I only have like 18, 25 and they're all friends, people I actually
buddy
know on there. It was the
down.
only place I could post
Right.
this whole month. It was the only place that I could have my social media like
What is Be Real?
expressing and feel safe doing so
To
because I
be
couldn't
real.
tweet, I couldn't Instagram, I couldn't live the social
You
media
get an
life,
alert
especially
once a
this
day
last
and
week
have
when
1 minute
everything,
to
like,
take a
broke.
photo of what you're
Yeah,
doing.
Been real.
I still didn't get the notification. Oh, there it goes. It came in.
To get away from Be Real, I'm curious what your mental state is in that time, like in the first moments of this, because obviously
Yeah.
this is like
I'm curious,
information
too.
that you received that
I would love to know.
is
Thank you, sir, for
shocking in a lot
asking.
of ways and implies a lot of other things and has
Yeah, it
led
was-
this, you know.
It was deep shock, and there was. I mean, we went through every stage of grief. You know, what
Over
shock.
and over and over. I'd say,
Yeah.
I think the stages of grief, I think they're a circle. Because I would get to the end of it, and then I'd be back at the beginning, and I'm like, oh no.
Okay.
Oh no,
They
we're
are
here
grieving.
Again. I think, yeah, it was
Losing a friend.
shock. It was sadness that it happened, but it was also sadness for people involved. It was fear of our immediate futures.
That's fair.
And even potentially further futures, both as people and in career thing. And you know, the thing is, like, I'd say like
I think at the
3
end of the
days
day,
before we
that's
found out we were doing this
their
awesome video, like we were doing
worry.
all these other things, and I fully had the thoughts of myself like, wow, I don't think things could possibly be going much better.
Yeah.
Like, I think everything is really awesome right now. I'm so happy and fulfilled with everything that I'm able to do. I was in this like really grateful period of time, and then it all just came crashing to the ground.
This is days after our TV show premiered.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we just had a TV show premiere. We just did this really
Not even
cool
a
video.
week later.
We worked with Broadway. in
You were
New
on
York.
Broadway.
I was on Broadway.
It's crazy.
Spoilers. And like, I was like, I'm about to go on the longest tour Lou Berger I've ever done. We were bringing Brian
was he
Wool
on
on as
Broadway?
a
Can
stand-up
somebody
who's
tell me?
been a
Does
friend
anybody
of
know?
mine since I was 18 years old, and I've been able to perform with him, and I was so excited to be able to help his like performing career just by bringing him on tour with us. I was just so excited about all the things going on, and it really made me sad.
We
That's fair.
we had finally gotten our workflow to a place where like it was so ideal. We were all working like really well within the system we built, but then also working on projects that fulfilled us outside of the Try Guys, and we had figured out that balance, and it just got like just decimated this last month. I haven't had time to work out and shower, let alone work
my
on my
health has
personal
gone
projects.
all the way to the side. Just as far,
okay.
I haven't exercised. I've been eating very poorly, and I've been like, I don't care.
I'll get back to the first 48 hours, but also during all of this, my dishwasher broke.
Oh,
Things fell apart in my
no.
house. But listen, like literally, like let's say we found out September 5th, like September 6th, my dishwasher breaks, and it has been broken for an entire month.
Hey, you're coming over so often. You should have just brought all your dishes.
I think what my problem is not so much the things that they're saying, but how they're saying it. Because you could easily be like, ugh, and then my dishwasher, like I just told a whole story about my freaking worms and snails and fish, okay? And it was annoying and irritating the way that I was, and I was talking about it, but like, callous is a good word. It's just like, it's such a serious thing that they're trying to talk about, trying to be whatever. And then for him to be like, and then on top of that, my dishwasher broke. And now we've been talking about the dishwasher for 30 seconds. And it's like, I think it's supposed to be funny that his dishwasher broke on top of it, but it's making it seem like it's just not, it's a little tone deaf. It's a little tone deaf. Try, guys.
Just in a bin and use our dishwasher as if it was a laundromat.
Just throw them in.
Yeah, just toss them in.
And then we got
That's what we needed. Thank you.
course we
Picture of
did.
Gil Grissom.
Yeah, we got
Look at that
flies. We
Gil
have
would
these
never do
hilariously
this.
big flies in our house, and
But the good thing about it is they're so big, they're slow as fuck, and you just feel like a ninja. I'm just swiping them out of the air.
The bigger they are, the slower they are?
Yeah, they're older. They're older and nearly dead anyway. So I'm talking. These are like horse flies, like huge flies.
Let's judge
And you can just
YouTuber
whip 'em
apology
out of the air.
videos?
And I got
Okay.
really good at whipping them out of the air. And then the other day I had.
Let's stop watching this one. Who should we watch first? YouTuber apology video tier list. You rank. Okay, we'll rank. You want to start like Kirk Honda? Yeah. Dr. Kirk does have a YouTuber apology rating scale. And it's pretty fantastic. Let's see. Yes, he does. He does. He gives them a grade. And he's very good at it, okay? And I cannot recommend enough. Okay. Okay. So, there's that one. I'm trying to find James Charles. Oh yeah, the Logan Paul one is good. So, James Charles. I guess we watch Bye Sisters first. Oh my god. And oh my god. This was such a time. Colleen was the ukulele apology. Oh yeah. It offends me personally too, Gangi. I'm personally offended. Okay. He did eat Bye Sisters up, but I feel like we need some history, you know? I feel like we need history. Bye Sisters in order. Somebody made a playlist.
James is here to...
What is this? This is a 43-minute video. Oh my god. Okay, so Tati uploaded Bye Sisters, and then it was basically like talking about how terrible James Charles is. We're not gonna watch this 45-minute thing, 'cause I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch Bye Sister. Okay. At her birthday dinner, I guess he flirted. He was inappropriate. Right? Have you guys ever heard sucking dick and cock? You know, it became a big meme. Sucking dick and cock. That's from Bye Sister. No? Okay. I don't know where it would be. I would love to be able to reference it.
To do my bridal makeup, which is what
length about other influencers doing the same deal and him not liking Sugar Bear hair and dragging the other people.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Okay. Tati Westbrook has a brand called doesn't matter. A hair vitamin brand, okay? And then there's another brand of hair vitamin gummy called Sugar Bear Hair, okay? And this is what kicked off the whole thing, is that James Charles and Tati Westbrook are really good friends, and she's mentoring him. Never mind the fact that she's a grown-ass woman spending a lot of time with a teenage boy. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can be a mentor. I'm a mentor to a 17-year-old girl in my knitting club, okay? All right? Okay, so listen. James Charles was at Coachella. I'm helping you know. I'm giving you information. James Charles was at Coachella, and he was being mobbed. Oh no, because obviously he's famous. Obviously he's famous, and at Coachella, he's gonna be mobbed. And then his good friend, another influencer named Nikita Dragon, was like, hey, reach out to Sugar Bear Hair. Here's the number. They got me my VIP tickets, and now blah, blah, blah. And so he did. And Sugar Bear Hair was like, yeah, girl, no problem. We'll give you a VIP tick. Can you just do like an Instagram story post or something so that like a Sugar Bear Hair promo so that, you know? And he was like, work fierce. And then he did an Instagram story being like, thanks Sugar Bear Hair, love you, love these vitamins for whatever. And Miss Tati did not appreciate that.
Being like, Tati, I'm on your side, like you've got me, like I will support you. Yes, mom, like you've got my loyalty. So I always felt really comfortable with that. And I, of course, to not even get a phone call, to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up, to have a text like, hey mom, love you, I'm stressed. Just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big. And that's pretty typical of James Charles's behavior.
We'll get
from
there,
the time that I met him when he was 17, before he really had taken off on YouTube at all. I know that he has a way of just getting what he wants. And I've always blamed it on his age. I've been like, oh, he'll grow up. Like, it's fine. He'll grow up.
Look at this playlist here.
There's something about him that I just adore and love, and he'll grow out of this and he'll mature. And I want to be someone that can give him solid advice. And there's something in my heart that is pulled to him.
This is absolutely the epitome of none of this matters. None of this matters. Except some of the allegations against James Charles do matter.
And I really have been. And there's so much that you guys don't know. And I'm going to share a lot of it with you because I feel at this point that I have to. Because Gabriel Zamora decided to drag me out on the dance floor by calling me out by name in a video that he made about opinions in makeup. I want to say that I don't know Gabriel Zamora. We've never had any beef, but we are not friends. Majority of the time that I've spent with Gabriel Zamora was in James Charles's kitchen, which was not too long ago. Before that, I'd maybe give him a hug. Hi, how are you? At like a couple of events maybe throughout the years, but we aren't friends. We don't hang out. I don't have his phone number. We don't chat, DM, talk, none of that. There's no relationship. So he does not know me at all. And I really have to feel from what I've witnessed in the past of how stuff kind of goes down as far as like really ripping into a situation and giving your 2 cents. This is typical behavior if you go and hang out with a group of influencers.
Anyways, I'm gonna stop her because I don't care, and this is so long, and we're gonna go right to James's response to this because I believe that he will mention the allegations against him, and this is quite possibly, if I had to rank, I might say that this is one of the worst apologies ever, or worst like videos addressing things like this, because it's clearly just like he's stressed out, he's in panic mode, and he just felt like he needed to say something, and so he just spoke, and I feel bad because that would be hard, but girl, okay. Also, I'm sorry, James Charles is one of the most annoying people to listen to talk, so I would like to apologize in advance.
Hi all, James here. I'm currently traveling abroad and just woke up, but I wanted to sit down and make a video addressing everything that's going on right now. Because I owe everybody an explanation, but most importantly, I owe 2 important people an apology. To Tati and James Westbrook.
James, her husband.
I'm sorry for everything that is going on and everything that I've put you through over the past few weeks. I met Tati.
Sorry. Okay. Again, intentional. If you look at YouTuber videos like this, 9 out of 10 of them will be in a white room on a white background, because white subconsciously is like pure and clean and good, also the white in the corners of his mouth, fierce, and then again, just like I said with the Try Guys video, everything is intentional. This video leaves in all of the breaths, all of the whatever. And if you watch a video from a YouTuber and they're talking about something serious and it's cut, it's edited and you're seeing cuts, but then mysteriously there's some silence and crying left in, intentional. It's there on purpose, okay? To show you, to try to communicate something to you. Sorry, I don't mean to jump scare you. Hi, sister.
And James, almost 3 years ago now, when I was first coming into the industry and when I had no friends and nobody to talk to or look up to, and Tati very quickly took on a parental role with me because she knew my parents were across the country.
I'm trying to help you understand.
And over the past few years of knowing her family, her and her husband have given me so much love and advice and opportunities and
that's my biggest pet
a place
peeve.
To stay and a shoulder to cry on at 3 a.m. and support when nobody else would or wanted to. And I'm so disappointed in myself that I ruined a relationship that did mean so much to me, even if I didn't do the best job of showing it all the time. And through all of this, what sucks the most is that I know there's nothing I can say or do to ever earn that friendship or trust back. But I don't blame them for it.
Please.
A lot of most of my career over the past few years has been about me making mistakes and trying to learn and grow from them. And I haven't always done the best job of that. I can admit that. But I have always tried. Because I know there's a lot of people watching me and that a lot of people look up to me as a role model.
And it's true.
And
James Charles also was thrust into fame very young.
Knowing that I disappointed.
And achieved great success
not only them,
very
but
quickly.
Most importantly, two people that have been role models to me doing this. I wish that I could say this is the last time that I would make a mistake, but it won't be. I know that'll disappoint people more and more as I continue to learn and grow every single day. I have a long way to go.
No, you know what the worst apology is?
But that's okay. I'm going to keep trying my best and keep learning and growing and be the best version of me that I possibly can be.
It's not even the ukulele apology. Well, maybe.
And I'm sorry for that. In regards to the Coachella situation with the brand deal and the security guard, I've already told my truth about this twice. And instead of talking about it for a third time and explaining it and going into detail and pulling up receipts,
I meant to do a working project.
And I understand that no matter what I say or do, there are always going to be people that don't believe me and will think that I'm lying. And that's okay. At this point, the truth really does not matter. It's the feelings that do. And no matter what happened, I hurt two very, very important people. And they've been really, really loyal to me, and I betrayed that. And it sucks. And I wish more than anything that I could take it back. In regards to the boy situation, boys have been a topic that I've talked a lot about on my social media journey, and it's a topic that I wish I hadn't. I've been involved with a lot of very unique and strange situations that have left people confused or upset, and I've learned the hard way about ways that I can interact with boys that I'm interested in, and also ones that I should or shouldn't be talking to. This is a conversation that I know a lot of people are uncomfortable with, and it's something that I should have been far more careful with bringing into the public eye, especially with the last situation that just happened. I've had to learn it the hard way. But coincidentally enough, Tati really was one of the people to sit me down and tell me how it looked from the outside, and let me know, hey, talking to these boys might get you in trouble one day. And she was right. In regards to my own mother,
boys being James Charles has been accused multiple times, many times, and also not accused, we have proof, and he's admitted it, of pursuing straight men, which is so gross, because not only is it like predatory to disregard someone's sexuality and pursue them anyways, it's just like creepy, but also it plays into a very negative stereotype, the gay panic fear of like you know, the stereotype of gay men, that they're gonna try to have sex with you, you know, that it's not okay. And that's not the case with gay men most of the time. But also underaged boys. He really likes boys, okay? He likes teen boys. He doesn't like men. He has said it many times. Here we go.
I know you want to defend me and fight for me and go off on comments, but I ask that you don't. This is my problem that I got myself into, and this is my job to deal with this. No matter what anybody is saying or commenting or talking about, Mom, I need you to know that you're the most important person in my life, and that you're an amazing mother.
We're trying.
And I don't know what I would do without you.
We're trying.
And I'm so grateful for everything that you've done for me and the lessons that you have taught me.
Can't squeeze a tear out, though. Maybe if I stop and I breathe.
You continue to do for me and my brother. And I need you to know that. I need you to know that. And the same thing goes for Tati as well, who is an amazing person and truly does want the best for everybody around her.
Please, the white stuff.
And I'm so disappointed in myself that I...
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to like rush through this a little bit because Matt needs help. But like then he did this big long thing.
1 week ago, I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel titled Tati. This video was a direct response to the video that Tati Westbrook uploaded to her channel titled By Sister. Before I say anything at all in this video, I want to make it very, very clear that everything I said in that video in regards to my sentiments towards Tati and my apology, I stand behind 100% and still reign true.
Yeah, he did eat this one. He like, you know, squashed a lot of the things that she said and was just like, I did call you, I did do this, whatever. That's fine. That's this big long video with receipts, but there's also other problems and stuff, okay? And then, so after he did that, here's Jeffree Star, who likes to involve himself, okay?
Look at this really cute outfit I got Nate. It's all denim. I am obsessed. What do you guys think? Had to get him the matching shoes. Gonna be cute for a date night. Drama, what do you think, honey? I got a special delivery today from Hermes. A very...
Here we go. Okay, these are all the stories. There's Jeffree's ex-boyfriend. Okay, come on, please. Give me the good stuff. Here we go.
Hello, guys. How are ya? Today... Girl, I had some plans today, which will still happen, but got a little derailed by Miss James Charles uploading a very manipulative, weird video of just calculation, girl. I thought maybe he would take some time off of social media, but nope. Right back to uploading, trying to make me seem like I'm something I'm not, trying to paint my character in a light that's very untrue.
I think James came through with receipts in the last video saying that like Jeffree Star was like behind this and like kind of coordinating it. And also Jeffree Star tweeted at James Charles' little brother being like, why did you move back to New York? Why is your brother a pedophile? Shut the fuck up. And his like James' brother is like 17 and it's just like, why you're a grown man. You're 40. You're 40. Okay, anyways.
And you've heard Tati's video. Now, most of you, I'm sure, will see James's today. And I have a lot to say, because I never got to tell my side of the story. I tweeted what I tweeted.
Anyways, so that's Jeffree Star, just a terrible. And then Tati comes through again. Okay? Sorry.
It's been a long time coming for me to share with you some very, very important things. And
basically says, this whole thing was orchestrated by James Charles and Shane Dawson. They convinced me that they were going to come out with their receipts if I did this, because there were all these victims, and then they didn't, and I'm confused and embarrassed, and I feel bad, and whatever. So she did this whole big thing, and this is why, yes, this is the beginning of the actual downfall of Shane Dawson. This is why people started going back and looking at his content and finding that he was doing blackface and being creepy to kids and kissing children and making jokes about jerking off over a child, Willow Smith. That's why that happened. So, like, yes, this is makeup YouTubers Avengers, for real. So she came on and basically was like, yeah, maybe jerking off onto his cat. Maybe, I heard a clip of him defending pedophiles on his old podcast, being like, I get it. People have fetishes, so why is it not okay for people to have fetishes over children? For real, for sure. So Tati uploads this video, okay? And the moment it goes live, Mr. Shane Dawson, right over here, hops onto Instagram Live and does us all a real fun show. And here it is.
So sure. Oh, of course. Is that another ad? Another ad. I'm losing my mind. This is so fucked. Oh my God. Okay.
The mask.
I'm live
off.
Because I can't even process. I need a drink of water. I fucking can't process this. This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a fucking... Oh my God. I'm gonna wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind. Keep playing it.
These are awful people. The Try Guys,
So how is it that some
angels.
editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I...
Because you message drama channels! Oh my God.
I struggled with the decision to film my video for days. The night before I did film, Jeffree sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in their voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of the conversation.
Thanks, Gengi.
It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Well, then why would you make a video on the matter?
That's Ryland, Shane's partner.
Because she is a fucking... I can't. I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This person literally... Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can fucking... Oh my God.
As a victim of abuse myself...
Oh my God. You are so manipulative.
That's the worst part. His reaction to her saying, as a victim of abuse myself, and him going, oh, he forgot. People see. He forgot.
God.
As a victim of abuse myself...
Yeah, Dramageddon.
Oh my God.
But I have to go soon. Hi, Laura.
To think of facing public...
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God. Oh my God.
This was crazy.
Oh my God.
That
Oh my
he
God.
did this.
I was molested. I have been. Oh my God. That is not.
And I made no mention of it in my video.
Oh my God.
I still can't believe it. I did see this live. Yes, I did.
My sister.
Oh my God.
I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel, and I was afraid for.
Anyways, oh, this is Smokey Glow. She's great. This is a good video. If you would like Cliff Notes, okay? This is Smokey Glow. This is a video they put in here to, you know, catch you up. If you want the deets, Smokey Glow made a good video. I'm even gonna drop the link. Okay? Here, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, okay? Name him. Name him. Name him. But I have to go help Matt now, okay? I know. This is okay, yeah. Cliff Notes being 45 minutes, but listen, let me tell you. Bye Sister was 45 minutes. And then her Breaking My Silence video was another 40 minutes. And James had a 40-minute video. Okay. Oh, okay, the drama I'll pick for... Oh, God. I kind of wanted to show you guys, though, the worst... in my opinion, the worst apology that people forget about. And I forget the girl's name. Let me ask Shark GPT if she can remind me. No. Not Colleen. No. Sienna Mae Gomez. Okay? Real quick. And maybe we can dive into this more on Friday. Okay? Basically what happened is this girl was popular on TikTok, and she got accused by this gentleman here, who is another popular TikTok creator. I'll show you. And then I really truly have to go help Matt. This man, okay, of like sexual harassment,
I've sat
sexual
down
assault.
many times trying to do this. It's been very hard.
So
I
I'm
want to
just
start off
showing
by
you
saying, I just
him.
want to say thank you guys.
They made content together, and he was there's video evidence of her being really gross to him. So I was just looking to see if any of it was included, but no. So after all that came out and she denied it, and it sucks because, like, you know, people are less likely to believe male victims, actually, and whatever, give them a hard time. So after that, she put out this.
I decided to take a month off of social media due to the negativity surrounding my platform.
I don't know what this is.
It was honestly one of the most difficult times in my life for many reasons. But through struggle, I found clarity within myself and with who I want to surround myself with. My purpose in this life is to create. And whether that's silly TikTok dances,
shitty
showing
recording,
unedited photos of myself, creating and inspiring is what fulfills me. I know that this is why God and the universe have given me this platform. I preach self-love.
I just want you to see the craziness.
That takes time and patience. Now, more than ever, I feel proud of the person that I am. Even if I can only inspire one person, I will have done what I was put on this earth to do.
No, it's not. This person did a shitty recording of it.
And more than anything, I'm beyond thankful for my family, friends, partnerships, and supporters. There's a song by Sam Smith that I think a lot of people my age can relate to. I hope this can inspire you.
I'm young. What kind of essay are we talking about? Well, let's see. I wonder if they... No. So... I don't know. There's a video. There are a lot of allegations that he and his friends have made that she's done. Like, she's snuck into his bed while he was sleeping and he woke up with her touching him or whatever. And then there's a video of him passed out, drunk. He had been drinking at a party, clearly with people around, and her getting on top of him and kissing him and like trying to reach in his pants and stuff while he's passed out. I'm sure you can find it if you want to. It's not nice to watch. And his friends filmed it, I think, because bad things had been going on with her for so long that they, were like, we can't, something like that. It's awful. It's so gross. But this dance apology video is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me, if I had to be honest. And then this Ryan Beard video about her apology is
I decided to take a month off of social media because being exposed as an abuser was very difficult on my mental health. But through that struggle, I found clarity. And I realized that if I stop posting on social media, I'll stop making money. My purpose in this life is to create, whether that's through doing karate chop interpretive dances or showing unedited photos of my roles. My purpose is to create, inspire, and abuse. God is the one who gave me this purpose. So if you want someone to blame, blame God. I preach self-love, but the only way to truly love yourself is to hurt others. If I can only abuse one person, I will still have done what I was put on this earth to do. I am beyond thankful for all the support from my friends, my family, my managers for writing this apology, but most of all, I am thankful for today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. There's a song that I think a lot of young abusers can relate to. I hope this inspires you.
Yeah, anyways, that's that. I gotta go help Matt now. We can do more YouTuber apology investigations and stuff if you want. There's a great video that Ryan made about the actual situation. Rest in peace, Monster Hunter trailer. We barely knew you. Not gonna watch it right now. I have to go help Matt. I have to stop letting myself get distracted. So, listen. Be good. Make excellent choices.
You're ugly, you're disgusting, I'm going to kill you, give me $200.
Watch your profanity.
And
thank you for your patronage.
Bye, sister!